Okay, that
blue?
should work now. Yes, okay.
Am I blue
For
and
some
gray?
reason, my mic wasn't being recognized by OBS, even though I looked at it before we went live, so that's cool. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's good to see you all. It's good to be back and do the things and the stuff. Let's introduce our players, but before we jump into that, quick note, as you can see here, no Alyssa this week. Hopefully, they will be back next week when we play on the 5th. So we're gonna kick it off with Mari.
Hi, hello. I'm Mariana, also known as Lagrimosa with a 0 on Twitter and other places. I'm gonna be playing Nikita, the Wood Elf Barbarian. We both go by she/her pronouns.
Hello, I'm Victor. I use pronouns, they, them, I think, today. It's been a gender time.
And during Pride Month.
And during Pride Month, Jesus Christ. All of Fraying Threads, an Invisible Sun campaign that I did over on Sword and Key, is now up. We had our finale last week. It was beautiful, it was gorgeous, and we chose many fun choices. And if you are the type that wants to like binge something fun, I definitely recommend it. Otherwise, I play Synarch, your Tabaxi rogue, who uses he and they pronouns and is making choices too.
Hello, I'm Charmy, also known as Captain Charmy on Twitter and various other places. I am playing Aurora Incineratus, the Fire Genasi sorcerer, and we both use she/her pronouns.
Aki.
Hello, I'm Aki, or Akino, if you're feeling fancy. I had a thing. 1 second. Oh, I'm up for Best Pathfinder GM for the Crit Awards. Finalist. You should vote for me.
Yes.
You really should. You really should. You could also vote for the Undying Corruptions one shot, because I'm in it, and it's an all Asian cast for a Korean setting, like D&D 5e and Pathfinder 2e setting. And my other podcast, Yom, is up for music mixing. So like go vote. Yeah, just saying.
If you wanna drop that link in the Discord notes, I can post it in chat.
Yes, I will do that.
You got it.
And together with my combined powers of like a rat era, but also a Barbie era, I play Dayu, silver hair, who also uses she/her pronouns. She is our bunny bard necromancer. We both have back pain. Thank you.
We both have back pain. Doesn't that just make you gay?
Yeah.
Isn't it like the default?
Mm-hmm. It's a life, that we live.
Is that what it is? Is that why I'm queer?
Yeah, that's because we're in pain all the time. It's the back pain.
Does that mean that when I do my top surgery, I'm not going to be queer anymore? I don't think I can do that.
No, I think
it stays.
No,
once it starts, it doesn't stop.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Remember, it's not a choice. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Only,
Happy Pride,
3 more days.
And last but not least, yes, for only a couple more days. Last but not least, hello, I'm Mandy. I'm your Dungeon Master this evening and every Wednesday evening for the most part. If you want to know more about when we are playing, you can check out our schedule. Also, you can find our schedule on the Discord. There's really no excuse for not knowing when we're playing because it's available in so many places. There are events now in the Discord server. I tend to post the monthly schedule as well. And it's also on the schedule screen here on Twitch, although I think it is due for a little update. I have to put in all the dates for July for games that we'll be playing on this channel. And a heads up, many of you know I will be in Gen Con next, in August, not next month. Oh god, that would freak me out. In August. And so the channel's probably going to get a little quiet during the month of August because I'm also moving right after Gen Con. And I will remind you all as it gets closer to August time so that you are aware that the channel's not going to be quite as hoppin' as usual. So please bear with us while I deal with IRL stuff. And if you go to Gen Con, come say hi. Alrighty, let's talk about what happened last session. The party arrived in the ancestral home of the Fox Shifters, known as Foxden, located in the western region of Southmore, at which Kazuhiko brought the party to his family home to meet his parents and a couple of his siblings who were present. They had a at first a little bit tense, but then quickly friendly reunion with his family and Dayu, who has been missing from their lives for 2 years, thought to be dead prior to this point. The rest of the party learned a little bit about the politics within Foxden, in that, in conjunction with the noble family of Foxden, there is a council of elders who help make decisions. Fox shifters who are much more aged than the rest of the population, and in some cases, as part of that, also more powerful in terms of magic ability or strength or what have you, than the rest of the citizens of Foxden. And it was made known to the rest of the party that, Dayu also knew this, but to the rest of the party that the elders of Foxden were in the process of vetting a new betrothal for Kazuhiko, which he does not want, to a woman named Natsuko. The rest of the party, Sinark, Aurora, and Nikita, all decided to part to explore the town and also to give Dayu and Kazuhiko some time with his family. Let's see, what else happened? I completely forgot. On the way to Foxden, let me rewind a little bit, they interacted with hunters known as the Lupine Eye Hunters. They saw the Gladius River, or the fork of it that goes down into the Blight Caves, a location that you were advised to stay away from. Dayu decided it was a good idea to scent everyone, which is a thing that happens. Let's see. You were... What the hell is this? Oh. Nikita, I owe you a magical item that you will be receiving in due time during this session. And I think that's it. There was just a lot of talking, a lot of meeting people, and travel and roleplay on the way to Foxden. So now we are still in your first evening at Foxden. My notes were completely out of order. I have the last part of the session first, and then the first part of the session underneath that for some ungodly reason. Why did I do that? So it is now evening time. Dayu, you have parted ways with Kazuhiko's family, with Kazuhiko in tow, after basically being given permission to, or basically Kazuhiko being given his family's blessing rather than permission to travel with you all beyond Hallowgate Necropolis for however long you want him to be present for, or he wants to be present for.
Are we still holding hands?
If you want to be.
Yes, but I think what will happen is I'm gonna tap him to let go of her hands, so that way I can just prestidigitate all that sweat off, because we're fucking gripping, man. And then I'll go hold it again, and when we go a bit further out, like out as in out of the house, because I'm assuming we're gonna meet up with. I gotta stop hitting my fucking headset because I can hear it when I hit it, and it's very disorienting. Yeah, we're gonna join the group, rejoin the group. So
you can easily do that.
Yeah, but along the way, I will give him another like pat on the hand or the arm, just somewhere within that vicinity, and just be like, thank you for holding my hand the whole time. Gotta bring this a little bit closer, I think.
Happy to help. I mean, of course. I wanted to support you through this. I knew you were nervous about it.
I mean, I feel a lot better, I think. Yeah, probably.
That's good. I'm very glad to hear that. He looks a little worried.
Oh, a little worried. Oh, why? Is it stomach issues?
No, I'm
looking at.
No, I'm all right.
I'll pat his arm some more and be like, "Good boy," and we can keep going.
Do you just walk ahead of him? Are you still holding his hand?
I'm still holding his hand.
Oh.
Like we're still walking. I just call him a good boy and continue.
He kind of stiffens for a second because he wasn't expecting that. And he just follows you. He's too flushed to say anything. He's definitely all red.
I remember what I was gonna say. It wasn't gonna be good boy, but like we might as well just stick with what we've done here.
Yeah.
And when we're further out of his family home, and therefore I don't feel I don't know,
eyes on you,
limited. Yeah. I'll just go, and feel free to be as distracting as you want now.
Oh, okay. You're sure you're okay with that? All right. He will let go of your hand and instead wrap his arm around your shoulders.
Nice.
Well, you said you were fine with it, so...
I like how this is the big step for them. Slight PDA in public. It's not even.
Slight PDA in public. It's a big step for them.
I'm good with it.
So you all meet up. I'm trying to think of a name of a good bar. You arrive at the local tavern. I'm not gonna give it a name because I can't think of one right now. I'm too tired.
It's fine. It doesn't have to have a name.
It's a ramen shop with a tavern attached, so you guys can get ramen as well.
Yay.
But yeah, it's kind of a more simplistic. Like it's nice, but it's not opulent. It's more of like a simple kind of niceness to it. It's nice and clean inside. There's lots of patrons milling about, different fox shifters. You also see some folks with different kinds of canine ears that are not foxes, although I know people at home, before you yell at me that foxes are technically not canines, whatever, just listen. Dog vibes all over the place here, okay? So, yeah.
I mean, no, but you're not wrong to classify them together. It's just biologically they're closer to cats.
I know. But they look
you're
like
not
little
wrong,
puppies.
Though. Yeah, the foxes are their own fucking thing, but they fit right in between, right? That's where the fucking Eevee line exists. And I'm not gonna get into animal facts now, but that's just what I want to do really badly.
Yeah, so you are all at this little tavern / ramen shop to enjoy your evening.
I feel like by the time Dayu arrives there, Rora's like 2 to 3 drinks in.
Oh yeah, you got the sake out. You got some wine. You got some what? What do you got?
What's the strongest? I think that's what
What's the strongest?
Yeah. Like, is it the sake?
Oh wow, Savage Baron, thank you so much for gifting 3 months of tier 1 subs to Ladybird. Thank you so much. I would say probably some kind of equivalent of like Everclear. If you want the absolute strongest thing they've got, you're gonna regret that real fast though if that's what you drink.
Well, she'll also want like a flavor. So if they do like a fruity mixed drink with that, she would drink it.
Okay. They'll come up with something for you. They'll give you something.
Just juice and alcohol.
Yep.
She'll be happy.
Yep. It is. I'm trying to think of what kind of fruit it would be. Probably some kind of citrus.
Great.
What's
It's
Nikita?
like
What's Nikita doing?
hard lemonade.
Assuming she would have probably gone for that drink also.
Yuzu, there you go. Yuzu's a good one.
I feel like she would probably be aiming for something more like, if she's drinking wine, I feel like it won't be like in a tiny little glass type thing. She'll just be like, give me like a real cup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then yeah, she's just gonna be drinking wine, but out of like a big ass cup.
Okay. Aurora and Nikita getting their drink on.
Mm-hmm.
What's Sin doing? Are you with the
Sin-
rest of the party, or?
No, because Sin was gonna go get something before he meets up with the rest of the party.
Okay. So we'll get to that. We'll switch to that now while Dayu and Kazuhiko are in the process of joining Aurora and Nikita at I'm just gonna call it the Ramen Tavern. Because that's what it is. So Sinark.
Yes.
What are you doing walking around?
So, I was gonna give Rab a gift.
Okay.
But then I gave it to Dayu, who Sin felt like he wanted to cheer up, which was like a jar that was filled with herbs that Sin had collected on the way to Fox Den.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's realizing that fuck, I don't have another thing. So he's trying to gather something to make a gift for Rev, because they talked in Blackade, everything happened, and then they haven't really had time to reconnect after that, which makes Sin anxious. So he is he's like I need a gift, then date, and so he's got steps to this plan, and he in his head he's like, I need crystals, and I need to see what type of shavings the blacksmith has. Okay.
So you go around town, and you're looking specifically for, are you looking for the shavings first?
I think so, because that's he's like if I can't get these, I probably shouldn't try to make the thing I'm trying to make.
Yeah, you, here we go with the daddy character. I wasn't expecting you to find him so soon. You show up at the blacksmith, and there is a rather buff, older, fox shifter man. He's got, like a dark grayish brown kind of fur, and one tail. But he looks big and strong. He looks bigger than, he's not taller than Nikita, but he's bigger than Nikita. He's got tattoos all up his arms that look like different, runes.
Okay. I think Sin pauses and just admires for a second. And he's just like, I want to be that big.
Do you say that out loud?
I think he does. I think he doesn't. He doesn't mean to.
The ears kind of perk up a little bit, and he like looks over his shoulder and sees you. And he says, "Can I help you?"
Oh, I said that out loud, didn't I? I'm so sorry.
You did. It's all right.
Yeah. I have kind of an odd request.
Okay.
Do you work with silver at all?
I do.
So, I am making a gift for a recently changed relationship, and I require silver shavings for it.
Oh, all right. And he will, we'll say, let me see. I think silver shavings are an item.
Oh, neat. That would make things easier.
I thought it was. Never mind. He will go looking in like a bin, probably where he like wipes off the table from any kind of scraps into, and kind of sifts through it a little bit, and kind of shakes his head and goes, give me a second. He goes into the shop and comes back, and you can see he's holding like a small ingot, maybe the size of a finger, and he will he'll actually make shavings for you right then and there. Puts it in a little glass jar, and hands it to you.
Thank you so much. By the way, my name is Sinark. I'm here visiting with the Lord. Young Lord.
Lord Kazuhiko.
Yes.
Excellent.
What's your name?
My name is Hajime. I'm
nice
the blacksmith here. Obviously,
yeah.
He says, motioning to everything around him. I love a good love story, so this one's on me.
Oh. Thanks. I think Sin looks a little bashful when he says love story, and he's just like, oh no. And he sort of chuckles, and he's just like, well, I think we're going to be around here for a couple of days. If you need any, you probably don't need any help in the forge with that. But if you have any recommendations about how to get that big?
Well, working the forge certainly helps. A lot of lifting.
I imagine. Yeah, it's nice to meet you, Hajime. If you need
Nice to meet
any
you.
help, it's a nice place to be.
Are you all staying in Foxden for a little while then?
For a little while. We're gearing up to head south. To the necropolis.
Ah, that's quite a journey. Well, if you need any supplies or weapons, you come on by and I'll help you out.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Of course.
And Sin just sort of like has his little thing, and he's like, haha. And he's like, oh, actually,
Yes.
do you know a place where I could acquire some crystal?
You could probably ask. Let me think. You could probably ask. I think. He'll point to one of the houses. There's a woman who lives there named Izumi. She likes to make jewelry, and she might have something for you. Or, he points to a store across the way. You might find something at the general store. Sometimes they will sell odds and ends that they find when going into the caverns, so you might get lucky.
All right. I think I'll try Miss Izumi, because I'm sure that she might have an eye for these things.
Best
And
of luck on your present.
Yes. I hope it works out. I've. And he,
Oh, you froze
he-
for a second for me, at least.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
He says it'll be cool. I'll tell you about it later if you want.
I'd love to hear about it. I hope they like it.
Yes. And I think Sin sort of like just sort of scurries away like a pleased. But he just looks very pleased. He's like, "Aha! Things are working. Things are working." And he's just like scampering away towards the other house.
So you walk up to the other house, and I'll show the map for this one. You walk up to the other house. I'm just gonna move your little token here. You wind up near this house over in the corner here. You can see in the front there's all windows, but you don't see a door until you spot a little stone path off to the side of the house. So as you walk around the back of the home following the stone path, you can see that there is a ladder leading up to a little balcony that seems to be full of all manner of plants and herbs. And the path leads past that ladder to a little back porch that has a door.
I think Sin is looking at like the herbs with interest, and he's just like, "This is someone else's. Don't take anything." And it's like he's got like itchy paws. He's like, "But I could." But then he controls himself. He walks past and he knocks on the door.
You meet an interesting individual that you didn't quite expect. The door opens, and standing in the doorway is a looks young, but a little hard to tell with elves. An elven woman with blonde hair that's pulled back into a bun, and she's got like a little hair dagger holding the bun up. And she's wearing a long green dress that has a lot of vine motifs kind of all over it.
Sin
Can I help
does. Sin does the like most like chump, like silly, goofy, like little half bow, and is just like, "Hello, my name is Sinark. I was just speaking with Hajime on trying to get some crystal for a present for a new romantic partner."
Oh.
And I was told that I could speak with you if you have time, of course.
She just kind of covers her mouth and she like giggles a little bit and she says, "I see my husband has a sense of humor."
Oh.
I am very happy to help you with this. Sinark, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Well, come on in. I've got all sorts of odds and ends here. I've got different flowers, different stones. I might have a crystal or two if I dig in the box here. And she kind of, she'll leave the door open and let you follow her inside if you want to. And she pulls out like a little crate, like a little wooden crate that's got like all kinds of stuff in it. She just kind of dumps it out on the table. And you see amongst all of the random things, dried flowers, interesting looking twigs. There's a like a little vial falls out and she goes, "Oh no," and tries to like catch it and manages to. And there's like a little petrified insect in it. Very much like the bartering system you've seen Dayu employ. Lots of different odds and ends like that. There's like pocket sand in here, and you also see bits of quartz, some rose quartz, some clear quartz, and some pieces of a sort of stone that you've probably seen before but don't quite know the name of, but it has like a very lustrous, almost oil slick look to it.
Ooh. I think, when cats are really excited and their whole pupils fill up, it's very much look at all the shinies. And he's just like, we do love a collection. And like Sin even like he has his own little bartering bag that he uses to trade with Dayu. And he has like the petrified lizard, and he has like a couple of like really nicely shaped rocks, but they aren't shiny, so they don't work for what he wants. And like like some of his own dried flowers that like he's pressed like from Okurai,
So you're going to try to barter with her?
You know what? Yeah, he's like,
Okay.
I think this would be fair if you want to trade. And like he starts to, he opens his own like bag and like spreads out a little bit.
She kind of looks through some things and she says, "Oh, you've got some good stuff here. Point out what you like and I'll point out what I like and we can decide if it's a good trade. How does that sound?"
Yes. And so he chooses like a piece of the rose quartz, a piece of the clear quartz, and that like lustrous stone.
All right. So she nods and she'll point out probably like one of the shells that you have, like a couple of little shells. Maybe like a river stone. I feel like you probably have a river stone on you like at all times.
Oh, for sure.
And
you gotta skip the stone. You gotta impress all your friends. You have to have it.
And if you can decide if you have this or not. If you have like a little stick that might happen to have moss on it, she'll take that.
I feel like he specifically has
a lot of moss
like,
in the veil. A lot.
Yeah. I feel like he specifically has like a couple of moss covered sticks and has like one that has like a really pretty covering.
Okay.
And he's just like, "Oh, that's a great choice. That's a good choice."
So yeah, she points out what she likes, you point out what you like, you guys have a nice, good little trade. This is my favorite substitution for capitalism, right?
Exactly. Just barter all the weird little shit that you pick up during your day.
Yeah. Why can't we do this? Hi, Kate.
Chaos is correct. You do an amazing job.
I'm gonna have a heart attack and I won't be able to DM anymore. Stop it. So you have your little barter session. You now have Charmy's light went out.
Charmy is now in like danger mode.
I mean, we can still see her, so
yeah, it looks like the emergency lights have gone off. Hey there, baby.
Scared the shit out of myself that I just disconnected the lamp.
Oh my god. So yeah, I'll be rich. Oh my god. That's not the point of a bartering system. So you all have your nice little trade. It's a little weird to see a non fox or canine shifter here in the town, but you realize that, it's not that strict of a community because there's an elven woman here. You also notice, I'll give you this, like, other than, like, the obvious tools and oils on the shelf that, like, obviously Hajime would be using, you see, like, bundles of herbs and flowers kind of hanging from the ceiling. You see, like, a countertop that has all sorts of, like, alchemical supplies on it, mortar and pestle, those kinds of things. She's obviously... The jeweler thing was probably a bit of a hobby joke, but she's clearly some kind of herbalist.
Yeah, I think Sin slowly picks up on that.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, I'm just in this town. I haven't thought a lot about the politics of this town, except that we're gonna kidnap the young lord. You know, like, but like, I think he like sort of comes to it and starts looking around. And he's just like, "You're not a jeweler, like officially, are you?"
Oh, I just do it for fun.
Okay.
It's a hobby. Hey,
hobbies make us.
I agree. It's nice to have a break from making potions all day, you know?
Yeah, I didn't totally. Well, I don't understand. I think that's like really impressive and really cool. But
you.
like, yeah, magic is so beyond me. Though my friends would beg to differ.
You know, anyone can do magic, you just need to study.
When I read, words jump around the page unless it's like specifically prepared, so it's hard.
That makes sense. Well, I hope you find a way if it's something you want to do.
Oh, I have no idea if it is, but that would be cool. You know, people already think I can do magic by just doing a little bit of ooh.
Sleight of
And
hand.
I think sleight of hand, and also just like I think he reaches into his pocket, right? And he puts on a glove,
Mm-hmm.
and then he puts a little of that like green dust in his hand,
Oh, okay.
and then strikes it, so like a little poof of like green flame comes up in his hand.
Oh. She'll clap. A little clap. She says, "Oh, very good." She points to a jar that's on the wall that has similar looking powder.
Yeah, I've been looking for different colors, because this one, if you break one of the stones in Okurai and you like sort of sieve it out, you can get like a good amount of this powder.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But you can get really like different colors. I think it's a stone makeup.
I'm going to. Oh, where's my dice? Oh, I didn't even get my dice out. Hold on.
Wow.
Mandy's like, we're prepared for a role play session.
I'm prepared for everything but dice. Okay, so I'm gonna roll to see if she has what you are
Usually
looking
that's
for.
us.
Yes,
Oh.
it is usually you. Ooh, okay, I got an 84. That's really good chances here. So, she kind of looks at you, and she says, "How do you like purple?"
Sin's already like very chill. I think he grins, and you can see all the mischief.
Just
all the mischief in his face, and he's just like, I love purple.
Excellent. Now, this one is not for trade. It is a little difficult to come by, but I do happen to have a bit of it.
Okay.
I would only ask for a gold.
Sin has a gold, and he happily like parts with it.
And she hands you like a vial. It's not very big, but it's enough to use it 2 or 3 times.
I think Sin looks very excited, and he's just like, oh, this is very good. Can you tell me where you collected this? So because I'm going to be traveling all over the continent.
Well, I came across a peddler who came by here from let me decide, from the Amario Wilds. They seem to have some sort of lichen that can cause purple flame.
Ooh, and Sin just looks delighted, and he's like, all right, this is for me, and then this is going to be for Revelation, and I think he like opens up the jar that Hajime has given him for the purple shavings, and he puts the stones in there, and he's just like, between you and I'm gonna make this look like the night sky.
Oh. Well, I wish you the best of luck. I hope they love it.
Yeah, me too. Now I just need to steal paint from Dayu.
So you go scampering off to find your friends.
Yes.
Back at the tavern, I'll let you know when you get there, Sin. Back at the tavern, what are you all doing? You have reunited, and it feels so good, with the exception of Sinark.
Presumably, when Kazu and Dayu walk in, we see the physical vibes.
Oh yeah,
right?
you see the physical vibes, absolutely.
Aurora's gonna look at that, look at Nikita and say, seems like the trade is going through.
Did we trade her for something?
Business transaction, remember?
Oh, right. It felt weird, right? I mean, but she's not theirs.
It's getting romantic, I think.
That's fine. That we saw, we knew. Right? I saw that. I don't see much. I mean, I see everything. Her face is a mess under her mask. Like, she's just...
Aurora's like nodding along as if this makes sense.
She takes a sip.
I see. I haven't seen much, but I see everything.
Should we buy them
Then
a
you
drink?
guys get a wave.
Hello.
Yeah, call them over. I guess. If there's a reason to celebrate.
Or the Lord can, treat us.
This is said before they reach our table.
Okay. Kazu's ears kind of perk. Dayu, you definitely heard it too. I hope the two of you are having fun.
They're not wrong.
I
though.
got
You're
what I came
technically-
for.
Ooh.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, now I want to know what you got.
She holds up her drink. Just,
Ah.
she's clearly had a couple.
If it gets too far, I'll do the thing again.
Thank you, but also, like, I can sleep it off. It's not a big deal.
In the morning, I got it.
Nikita
Can you
is
cure
keeping her mouth.
hangovers?
Oh, go ahead, Ben.
Can you cure hangovers?
Maybe.
Interesting.
I know I can make you less drunk.
Oh.
She's definitely helped me feel better before, after a terrible hangover.
Well, that's good. Kazu will sit at the table, probably after Dayu picks a seat.
I sit somewhere. I find a chair, I sit.
Presumably, we'll make room for you to sit together. If that's a concern.
I don't know. I personally don't care. Oh,
I don't think either of them have a preference.
yeah. It just seat like that.
Yeah.
That.
Mhm.
I guess you know what? No, I'm not drunk. I'll be a little bit self-conscious. I'll make sure that I sit beside Aurora so that way there is no chance of Kazuhiko sitting beside Aurora. Because I remember what happened last time.
Yeah, Kazu will sit next to Nikita then.
Does that mean we're across from each other, like, as a table of four? Like,
Yeah, I feel like Aurora and Nikita are across from each other because you were already sitting together, and then Dayu and Kazu are across from each other. What was that about paying the tab?
Nikita is just keeping her mouth busy with that cup.
He says, "You know you're my guests, right? Like, it's not a problem.
Okay.
I'm not
you
going to
insist.
do that everywhere we go, but here it is easier."
I can pay for it, if anything, but I mean,
I don't mind.
okay. Thank you.
You
right, yes,
are
totally,
welcome.
thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, how'd you guys? Like half of you are drunk. How'd you make this more awkward than I could have? You guys want to play cards?
Card sounds
Sure.
good. Just the tarot cards.
Yeah, it's the tarot
Oh boy,
cards.
I love it.
Yeah, just whoop whoop. We just play cards. We'll do the equip because there's not many cards. So I guess we'll do the equivalent of oh, I'm blanking on the name, but it's basically everybody places a card down and then they flip it all together, and whoever has the higher card wins.
Mm.
Is that like war?
I think
But-
it's war. War has a lot more cards
Oh, yeah.
involved though.
Yeah,
and
where
like,
you play with a whole deck.
yeah, this one you're only playing with 21, so like I feel like, and they're
Okay.
numbered. from
Whatever
0
one it
to
is.
20, right? So
Okay.
in theory, we could play like a very mishmash version of that, unless you're willing to let me have Uno.
I will let you have fantasy ye old Uno. And probably around the time the cards come out is when Sin joins the fray. You're muted.
Oh, you muted.
Muted.
I think when Sin joins the fray, he walks in and starting at Nikita, leans over and gives a hug across the shoulders.
So your
And-
tits are just right on costume. Because if they're sitting like this, don't you have to go over the table to hug
I imagine from the back.
I imagine from the back.
from the back?
Yeah.
Wait,
Across the
Oh,
shoulders.
no, actually, I might be very in the wrong. I'm picturing us like I got a fucking corner seat. My bad.
I imagined you were at like a table.
Yeah,
during this
you're at a
round.
table. Yes, you're
I
at a
pictured
table.
Not a
us at the
booth.
corner booth. Like that's like we came in here to order fried chicken. You know, like that kind of vibe.
Oh my
We're at a
God.
diner.
Practically.
Okay.
You're at the Midnight Diner. If anybody else watches that show, that's my call back to you.
What was I doing?
Hugging.
Ye old Uno.
Sid
You
gives,
walk in.
Sid gives Nikita a hug
Yes.
and then walks to Kazuhiko.
Who's right next
has
to
it-
Nikita.
Yeah, hesitates and then just sort of like puts like a hug across his shoulders and then keeps going without hesitating for anybody else.
Yeah, he doesn't seem bothered by the fact that you did that.
Perfect, because Sin is gonna take that as like, all right, affection time.
I'm in.
But he does sort of like he pulls up a chair and is just like, oh, what are we doing?
I don't
think
know.
we're playing some kind of game.
Okay.
I only have like 21 cards for this deck. We're not touching the other deck. The other deck invites spirits. We're not gonna touch that one. So we're just gonna play with this one.
Do you want a larger deck?
Do you have an actual deck? Because I was gonna go like, oh, largest number wins.
Well, Sin pulls out his game set. And he just
You did have Uno.
That's not what I call this.
What they call it? Because
Well,
And no, it's called Ye Old Uno.
You'll know.
Ye Old No.
you'll know. Yeah, because it's no, I don't have that deck. Usually I call this the Shine deck because it's got golden backs. Not actually gold, but it's pretty. And I play a lot of cards with these. Sin tries not to wink.
Let's see. When you play these cards, if you want to turn it into a rolly kind of game, it would take D10 rolls. 'Cause
Gotcha.
you're doing who's got the highest number, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I would
Can
take
I
contested
argue?
D10 rolls for like a couple of rounds.
Can I ask people to make a perception check, and can I argue that I get to roll 2? Because these are definitely marked.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you get advantage.
Yeah, I'm
you get
rolling
advantage for sure.
perception. Okay. Well, I'm seeing it because I rolled an 18 on the die,
Ooh.
and I have +7, so.
Oh yeah, for sure
25.
you see that these are marked. The question is, will you call it out?
No, because now that I know that they're marked, I want to cheat too.
The card does no shit.
Can I also roll 2d10?
Yeah, I'll let you roll an advantage because you spotted it straight out.
Nikita rolled a 5.
Rolled an 8.
Kazuhiko.
Got a 9.
Ridiculous.
Well, I'm gonna roll to see if Kazuhiko notices that they're marked.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's.
He notices.
Oh yeah. He's very
Does
perceptive.
Does he say anything?
He doesn't say a goddamn thing.
Yeah, let's go. This is more fun
Uh,
when you can cheat without cheating. Dad.
Kazu got a 10.
Fuck you. Oh my
God damn it! I got a 7.
9.
I'm doing D10. My bad.
Yeah, it's D10s.
That's 100.
What?
That's another. Hold on. I'm trying to. What? There we
If
go.
If it says zero, if it says
the
zero.
3.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, Kazu just kind of interesting. Interesting game.
Yeah. Sin looks at Kazuhiko and knows that he's caught on
Oh yeah.
based on him winning, and he's just like. And then he looks at Dayu, who got a better card than him too. He goes,
I do like your card.
"Yes, they're very pretty."
Very pretty.
One more round. Let's do best of 3. How about that?
Fine.
Do we still roll with 2d10?
Yes, because you know that they're marked. Kazu got a 7.
9 again.
Ooh,
This time I got the 10.
nice.
3.
3 also.
I love when the roles fit the story.
We've been drinking longer than you guys, so
Aurora's barely paying attention.
we're like, oh, whatever. Oh no.
Aurora's that friend at the table who's like, yeah, I'll play cards, but then plays with her phone the whole time. And just puts
100%.
down cards when everybody yells at her to put down cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're that friend.
Dayu has those dead eyes and that like chill smile, so it's the most perfect poker face.
Okay, last round. And then we can just narrate how the rest of the game goes.
My turn for the 10.
Damn.
fuckers.
Yeah, Kazu got an 8 this time.
I got a 5.
7.
2. Really not paying any fucking attention.
Kazu laughs and says, not a bad game considering how easy it was to spot certain
no,
things.
no.
What?
I just yell over him. Well,
What?
not yell. I just make noises over him.
I mean, I wasn't going.
Funny.
I wasn't gonna.
Sin is just
All
laughing.
right.
Yeah, you were.
Sin is just like, well, I don't usually play with like perceptive hunters.
True.
Kina takes another drink.
I'm not.
Should we get
I'm not-
around?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get some food too, and he'll order food for everybody in another round.
You're saying that?
Oh yeah, you were saying that.
Oh no, I'm not a hunter. I'm just better than you.
Well, you were training up to be one someday.
No, that's cheating.
Hi. Is it cheating?
No.
Sin laughs and he's like, it's the tamest form of cheating in the world.
True.
Being a little bit better at perception than other people.
Drunken ramen is the best ramen. I agree.
I'm
I also wish I had ramen right now.
this close to ordering, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm like
I have it
ready for
downstairs. Like I can make it. Like we're a big noodle family, so we have it. But we prefer like Korean stuff.
Mm.
So we also have the hangover cure downstairs. Bulldog noodles.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. You have poutine. I want poutine.
yeah.
Oh, I'm hungry now. And us an hour into game. Can we take a break so we can eat?
This break, we're gonna come back with food.
Hi, welcome to Mistlost. It's time to eat. So yeah, you all have a great time eating and drinking and having playing cards or whatever you got. I imagine Sin probably has some loaded dice somewhere that he tries to trick you all
Sin-
with.
Sin has loaded dice.
Yeah.
Sin has another deck that he's marked with Thieves' Cant
Ooh.
to send messages, and that one he specifically leans over to Kazuhiko and is like, so this is really cool. Like, you can use these to sort of communicate to another person, another thief at the table, to
Ooh.
compound work together. And he doesn't use the word cheat.
Oh yeah, he's like looking at this like, oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. And this one's kind of harder to notice because of the irregular markings on the back. And Sin's just being a nerd about his like cheating stuff. Sin has a double-sided coin. And he has like an exact copy of the coin that isn't double-sided, and he like shows people like how he like manipulates it back and forth between his hands. More proof that he can be magic.
I love that. Kazuhiko produces a coin from his pocket that Nikita has already seen because he was kind of not Aki. Dayu has seen numerous times. It's a probably like a brass looking kind of coin. It doesn't look to be gold. And it has two interesting sigils on it that you've not seen before. And he just kind of, flips it. It seems to be like a habit of his. But you notice that it has a logo on it that it looks to be letters of some kind, but you're not sure what language it is.
Sin's eyes are drawn to it because it's shiny.
Oh, it's very shiny.
And then like Sin is like doing the like knuckle coin thing where he's just like sort of like twisting, and like his hands are twitching every time that Kazuhiko flips it. Like he wants to catch it so bad, and he finally just like, so what's the sigils? What does it mean? You gotta tell me, buddy. I'm going nuts over here.
He'll catch the coin, and kind of hold it open in his palm, and you see that the runes on it kind of shift.
Ooh.
He says, I don't really know what they are, but I know what they mean.
Okay.
This is a coin of decisionry.
I've never heard of that in my life. Like Sin says that, but looks so excited. He's just like, please tell me.
Well,
I love learning.
At least I'm pretty sure I know what they mean, but while it seems to have enough magic in it to change the sigils, it doesn't seem to actually have any divination power. It's kind of like a prank item. But I like to flip it. It helps me think.
Yeah, Sin just looks again delighted. Absolutely delighted.
If he says it's a 3-sided coin, it is. It's actually 4-sided, technically speaking.
That's so cool.
But it just looks like a coin. Yes, it's not a 3-sided coin. The coin of decisionry is an Acquisitions Incorporated item.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just something he happens to have on his person all the time.
Yeah, so Sin is delighted in showing Kazuhiko and the rest of the table all the ways he can cheat with his like different decks and stuff.
At some point, I choose to lean to Aurora and whisper, "It's kind of gay," and then chill.
Aurora like nods along as if she's paying attention, but really she's focused on trying to figure out what Sin is doing because she can't tell the tricks.
Yeah, you're oblivious to what the fuck they're talking about. You don't understand it at all. It's a mystery to you what they're doing.
I can't believe Rev's not here to see you doing magic again.
Sin's like, what? Sure, you're drunk right now, sure. And he like disappear. He does the little coin thing where a coin is like behind his fingers, and he shows it, and then he just sort of like, it shows
The delight of a child.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. That's fucking hilarious. So the night wears on. What are you guys doing?
Oh shit! I needed to buy some things.
What you need?
Right, shoes.
Yes.
I now know the blacksmith and the jewelry maker / herbalist.
I need to get tea.
The herbalist probably has some tea. She's a delight.
How did you make friends faster than me? That is...
You went straight to the tavern.
Oh, maybe if you were a little more sociable.
What?
She's very sociable.
Takes a long sip.
Or is just gonna narrow her eyes.
That was his
Then
very
she's gonna
polite way
drink
of
her
calling
drink.
her rude.
Yep, she just... I feel like she understands the vibes, maybe not exactly the layers of meaning, but...
I pinch him.
The
How with your stubby little arms across the table, under the table? Explain to me how, tiny bunny bard.
I didn't see. I didn't expect us to be a fucking yard apart. I with my longer ass legs, I just kick him.
That I will allow. Shade, that was an entire security blanket.
Goodness. And y'all were laughing at me for thinking we were in a corner booth.
Ow.
Motherfucker put a goddamn football field in front of us.
I just meant most tables made for more than a couple of people are, a little bit wide.
Yeah,
You are a
apart.
tiny bunny bard.
You are pretty short.
Yep.
I can reach.
Proportions.
We have
I can
arm
reach.
spans.
I can reach if I try.
Reach the top shelf then, why don't you?
The violence this evening.
Why am I taking strays right now?
Mandy's
Y'all
shooting up the
acting
whole
like-
street because we're all shorter than her.
You're acting like that you can't shout. That you can shout. Okay? If we're playing basketball, half
True.
of you bitches fucking lose. Okay? It's your only height, and that's it. Okay? Nikita is just height. I don't even know if that bitch can
Only-
jump.
Only
Don't throw me into this.
Nikita has a pretty good
Jump
strength
and
score. I'm pretty sure Nikita can jump pretty okay.
So
Oh
Sin
my
is
God.
5 feet.
I'm
Right?
pretty
So
She's
dexterous.
5 feet tall. Sin
right?
is that one globetrotter who's tiny.
You,
Am I even gonna bring Aurora into this?
you
Aurora
all,
Steep
the
match.
right shoes.
you
What are you gonna
all
do?
had, you all had such a visceral reaction to
I'm
that.
wearing a fucking mermaid-sized gown. Like that
Mm.
bitch tripping the whole way here.
Accurate.
And all I gotta do is smash pause and he's done. He's done for a week. Done.
Aki's ready to jump out of her chair. Threw the
Will,
screen at me.
What the fuck, man? This fucking table shit, yo.
The anger can't go anywhere. So
The Bollywood kicked in.
I got ice cream downstairs waiting for me, and I chose to
Oh,
stay.
Wound up alert. All right, back to RP stuff. Sorry for rolling all
I
up.
kick him. I kick him.
Ow!
Table.
He just kind of.
Like, Sin's like, I didn't say anything. When Akazu gets kicked.
Aurora's gonna order another drink because she was, I think, holding herself back a little, and now she's decided she's gonna get fucked up.
He's not gonna pay for all those drinks. Not if you drink a shit ton.
She'll drink until she's messy, which is probably not that much more than this.
But he just kind of he looks at Dayu like not saying ow that hurt, like he doesn't say ow out loud, but he just kind of, you get like the sharp intake of breath like
I sit perfect.
Hmm.
Sin's like awkwardly like sort of looking across at Nikita now, and it's just like,
Just a little wave.
Her eyes go like. Not like full squint, but she has a little smirk, but her eyes are just.
oh. Sin then makes like actually just like leans back in his chair, is like. just doing silly shit.
She downs the rest of her drink.
Oh my god.
I think when she does that, like, that's when he's like finally like, oh, Dayu, do you have a little bit of leftover black paint?
I have a lot of black paint.
Okay. And I think Sin just sort of like grabs a mug that he had asked for water in and starts and like takes out this like little jar with like silver shavings and like rocks in it, and like fills it up like 2/3 of the way with water. He's like,
What are you making? And I'll rummage through my bag and just give you some black paint. Like a little, I have little jars, I think.
Yeah.
Or,
and I think he grins at Dayu, and he's like, a little piece of the night sky. And just probably like just opens the black paint and starts tipping it in, so it like starts to like sort of like dust into the water, and not too much. And he just closes the jar and shakes it. It makes like little tingly sounds, and then it looks like a swirling night sky.
That's so cool. Is that why you went to places?
Yes. I decided, why don't you present someone with a gift? And he puts it away.
Is it Rev?
It is Rev. Yes.
Rev, who is conspicuously not present right now.
Which is the only reason why he did it at the table. And he does look around, and he's just like, hope they're all right.
I think Nikita is gonna like elbow bump Aurora, just really lightly, and just say, "You're great, okay?"
Me?
Yeah. Yes, you.
Yes, at drinking, and she will cheers your cup.
You're very good at that too, believe me. But it's fine. Cheers.
I would die for Nikita.
Like, for a moment,
Yeah.
Aurora is not stormy, and then she's like, goes back to frowning.
When you're done, I'll take you to good places that sell, I hope, clothes that you like.
So what kind of wardrobe do you have to wear if you're gonna be in a bog?
Treated
Yeah.
leathers.
Mhm.
Tall boots so that you don't get water in your boots.
It's not exactly very pleasant to walk through, so that's why you want to stay covered. But that just means you can change out into your good clothes afterwards.
Do you know how hot and sweaty I get wearing clothes?
Sin raises his hand.
You get it. I gotta wear leather, head to toe.
I mean, we could get you a different kind of treated material, but, you know, you don't have to change your clothes if you don't want to, but you're going to get all of your things dirty, and I'm not going to stop for you if you're whining about getting your dress filthy. So, pick an easy route, perhaps, for once.
There is no easy route here. Guess we'll take this stupid outfit.
Nobody's gonna see what you look like out in the middle of the fucking wilderness.
Sin, if this is okay, Charmy, I think Sin puts his hand down on the table a little hard and is just like, Kazuhiko, she just said that it was a bodily discomfort, not a fashion thing. Please try to be a little bit respectful, as we will try and be more respectful with you. And it is a danger to that voice. It is a seriousness that is not typical Sin.
Are you trying to intimidate him?
No, I think he's trying to get across that he is upset with the behavior. I don't think he's trying to intimidate Kazuhiko, but he is like, I want you to change your behavior. So I guess it could be close to intimidation, but it's not like
does not have to be a roll. Was just curious.
Yeah.
He looks at you and then he looks at Aurora and he says, I apologize. You do need to know though that having the proper gear, while it may not be the most comfortable, is essential to your survival. And I would prefer that none of you die on this journey. Does that make more sense?
Aurora looks like she's gonna argue, and then looks at Sin and kind of like calms herself and is like, thank you for your concern. I suppose I can take your advice.
Excellent.
And I pull out my sketchbook, I go to a clean page, and I write bad on one side, and then I write good on the other side. Make a tally chart, and both get one tally, and then I look him directly in the eye, Kazu, and I put another one in bad, and then put it away.
He does not look phased. He watches you do this and does not seem to give a shit. This is something he's being a hard ass about.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of pouting, Aurora is also pouting.
I feel like Nikita's like posture is very like stiffened at this point. Like she's like sitting up now, like taking up more space. She did not like that interaction at all. She's very visible about
that. Sin looks at, how's Kazuhiko doing?
He looks like he's ready to get up and leave.
Sin looks at everyone and is just like, I think it's bedtime. I think it's a good time for everyone to take a walk.
Excellent. And he will get up from the table. Dayu, I will see you later.
Okay.
Oh, good. I didn't have to be the one to go.
He goes and talks to the bartender, hands them money. You don't see how much, and leaves. Does anybody follow him?
I think Sin does.
Here you
go.
Oh,
Sin goes?
I said I think Sin does, but I think Akila's also.
I was gonna debate doing it, but if Sin's gonna get up first, I'll let that happen instead.
Yeah.
Unless someone else wants to follow Kazuhiko.
No me interesa. I don't give a shit.
Do you want our trip to happen? Because if so, Aurora's not going.
The way that Mari said it, like one of my aunts being like, I don't give a fuck what happened with my husband. Like, I don't give a fuck that he had a tantrum. No me interesa lo que quiere decir.
That's straight up, like, nothing he does interests me right now. He could go fall in a hole.
Talking to her sisters after her husband made a misstep. And it's just like, the way that I got shunted back into middle school, like watching like a fucking domestic novela play out in my own goddamn living room. Like, damn. I'm gonna have to talk about this in therapy. That's
D&D is healing.
Oh boy. D&D also includes Spanish humor.
I will always include Spanish humor.
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't we all?
All I do is laugh at Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Charmy, do you understand Spanish better or French better as a Canadian?
Both of you to assume I learned any language.
Okay, I just wanted to double check. I'm a French
It's about
baby.
the same.
Je vous
Sadly.
parle français.
Ooh.
Petit peu.
Oh,
Mais
Ah,
j'utilise français
saucy.
possible.
Oh wait.
I struggled in
Oh,
Montreal, okay? You guys are really winning because I don't know shit.
Don't worry, Charmy. I can teach you French or Spanish if you like.
oh.
Wait,
Okay.
you know?
All right. Spectre Faye is about to start shouting at us in French as well. So you walk out to follow Kazuhiko, and you do not see him.
Okay. I don't think Sin is settled. I think he calls out to the empty street or wherever, and is just like, Kazuhiko, wait.
You tell him to wait.
Yeah.
Roll me persuasion.
Okay. That is a 12 on the die. And an 8. I have an 8 in persuasion? Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Damn. Forgot that I had an 8 in persuasion.
Are you standing out in the street?
Yeah. Oh, he's not in there anymore.
You feel the air kind of shift next to you, and there he is. What?
You okay? That's a stupid question. Do you want someone to walk with you?
Fine, I guess. I don't like your friend, Aurora. All she does is complain. And she's quite rude to me. And I will endure it for Dayu and no other reason. But if she slows us down, I'm not going to save her, and I don't expect you to do it either. She's clearly going to weigh you all down while we are trying to get across the rest of this country. This is a very dangerous place, and I don't think any of you are taking it seriously enough, to be honest.
All right. Thank you for your honesty. I do think that you are letting yourself be colored by your first introduction, which I understand. But if you don't give people a chance to grow and be better, then you will be fulfilling that prophecy every time that you look at them. They will never be good enough for you. Which is fair. You're in a whole different tier. But does that mean that you get to be unkind?
No, it does not. However, I do treat others the way that they treat me.
Gotcha. And you're acting like I'm not, I want this to succeed. I want you to feel comfortable here. Because apparently you're going to be with us for a while. If you want to be.
Well, if Dayu wills it, I will remain with you on your journey for as long as you like. That is what we just discussed prior to coming here.
I think Sin looks at Kazuhiko. And I think he reaches out almost to touch Kazuhiko's face and then sort of brings it back in.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, Kazuhiko, what do you do for yourself?
What do I do for myself? In general?
Yeah, for joy, for desire, for... You said you grew, from what you've told me about how you've grown up, there's been a lot of expectations put on you. You put a lot of expectations on other people. Kazuhiko, what do you do for yourself?
Plenty. I hunt, I travel. There's been a lot of that since she's been gone. I've had to do a lot of searching to learn more about myself in her absence.
You've gone through a lot then. A loss is never easy, but it also feels like, from what you're saying, this loss has sort of affected what you've been doing for yourself too.
I think it's allowed me to think about myself as an individual. You know, we were betrothed as children. I've never known anything other than living and learning to be a good leader, to be a good husband, to one day be a good father, and that was all I ever knew until she was gone. So there was no room for anything outside of that. But I like to think that I've certainly lived for myself during this time. Do I want to talk about it very much? No.
I understand. But that's only been 2 years, from what I understand as well. So I'm happy to take this chance to offer my hand out to you and say, hey, let's help you explore while we're hanging out. But at the same time, I'll talk to Aurora. But if you treat people like that outright, they aren't going to change the way that you expect them to. You'll only ever see the things that you don't like. And you're allowed. But Aurora's someone that we all treasure, that Dayu has ended up treasuring. And I think that relationship is going to be important to Dayu. And I think that means that it's gonna have to be important to you.
He nods. If it turns out that way, then I will set my feelings aside.
Well, I hope
it's not out of pure malice, mind you.
I know.
I would like for her to follow my advice, at least for this part of the journey, so that she doesn't end up dead. And every time the topic has come up, she has been nothing but pig-headed and resistant about it. I can tell that she has lived the sort of life a little bit more pampering than the life that I have lived, despite us being of similar caliber in terms of gentry. Sometimes you can look at a person and tell that they haven't done a single day of hard work in their lives. That is what I see when I see Aurora. And it is difficult for me to tolerate that.
Okay.
But
it's probably difficult for her to tolerate you feeling that way.
Yeah.
You're not inobvious about it.
Nor would I choose to be. I will do my best to be civil.
Alright. And
Yes, he really is perceptive. He's got a very high perception.
And I think Sin sort of nods and looks at Kazuhiko, and I think he chuckles, and I think he puts his hand on his face. He's like, I forget sometimes how young you guys are.
Here to taunt me about my age again, Sin.
Taunt?
You have
No.
certainly mentioned it before, my friend.
It's strange because I'm definitely not as mature as people would expect. I'm not that much older than you anyway. But it's weird. Hearing another young man going through things that I've already gone through. And I think he sort of like reaches out, and I think this time he nudges. He does his famous like arm nudge, where he like knocks into Kazuhiko, and he's just like, "I think you're gonna be great. Hell, I know you're gonna be great."
At what, exactly?
At being you. And enjoying yourself. Take it easier. I promise you'll see it coming.
Maybe so.
And Aurora is also coming into herself. This is brand new. Yes, but she hasn't turned away from it. I think that's something that, is very important to understand. She hasn't. This is dangerous. Despite you thinking that, like, she doesn't understand it, I know she does. But people don't change in a week and a half.
He nods. You're right.
Music to my ears. He jokes. And he's like, well, that was all of my emotional work that I could do today, and I can't go back in there and be like, Aurora. So do you want to like do something out here?
I was just going to walk home. I figured I'd leave the gate unlocked for the rest of you, since you are staying at the house, I would imagine.
Do you want to race?
Absolutely.
Sin is very, very excited, and I think he does like a full body like stretch, and he's like, all right.
All right. So the two of you are going to have a contest of dexterity, I suppose.
Yes.
To race through the village to the other side where Kazuhiko's home is the idea, just to see who gets there faster?
Yeah, I think that is.
Okay.
And Sin is definitely going to be using feline agility in the middle of this challenge.
Of course you are. I expect no less. Explain for the folks at home what feline agility is, please.
When you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of turn. However, once used, you can't use this feat again until you move 0 feet on your turn. So he's only going to be able to do this once, since he's doing it consistently.
Okay. So he is going to dash. I think you guys have the same speed. But he is going to dash. But he is going to, I feel like in order to get like a one-up on you, he's probably going to do things a little bit differently. You know, slipping through alleyways or little walkways between different houses or climbing.
He's got the
over things.
hometown advantage.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sin's just got speed, but Kazu knows this place.
Yeah. So he got a 19 on the die for his dexterity, +3, so there you go. So he is booking it and dashing. But you are very fast. I presume you're using that straight off the bat.
Oh yeah, just to get that boost.
Yeah, so but he is catching up to, he's gaining on you very quickly.
Perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, absolutely, like leaping over like fences and stuff, just kind of like very swiftly moving his way through, but also while keeping an eye on you until he possibly eventually surpasses you, because he's gonna keep on dashing. So let's roll
Gotcha.
contested dexterity now.
Sounds good.
That is a total of 19.
I rolled 16 on the die, plus 5 is 21.
All right, so you are still ahead of him, but he is catching up
He's
quick.
gaining. I think
Yeah.
as we hit our strides,
Mhm.
like Sin can't help himself, and he's just bubbling up with laughter.
Yeah.
And like he keeps like turning around and making like dumb little faces at Kazuhiko, and it's just he's just like fastest hands and fastest paws, and like he does that like as he like vaults over a fence or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you with your cat-like grace and your head start on Kazuhiko, you do actually beat him to the gate.
Sin is like a little winded, and he's just like looking. He's like, "Oh my god, I actually didn't expect that."
He is just laughing because he had so much fun.
Mhm. And Sin is also just like he can't help it, and he's just like sort of like bent over, laughing a little bit as he tries to like catch his breath, but he's laughing too hard to like catch his breath.
Yeah, I'd say you're both kind of in the same spot. He like pats you on the back. That was fun.
Yeah. Thanks for indulging with me.
Well, hopefully Dayu will be able to round everybody up whenever they're ready to go to bed, but let's leave the gate open a little bit for them.
Yeah. And Sin just sort of pats him back on the back, and I think they go inside.
Yeah.
This is what it means when boys are boys.
Yeah.
Correct.
Boys being boys, absolutely. Back at the tavern, what is everybody talking about?
Once
A little
they're out
RP
of
and then
here-
take a break for snacks.
Once they're out of earshot, I'll just kind of look to Aurora and Nikita a little awkwardly and just be like, "He means well. He's just so bad at it at meaning well."
What does that sound?
Well,
Is there a puppy in the background?
hear it now.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh.
All good. Aurora will look back at Dayu and be like, "Well, we can't all be perfect little hunter cookie cutter boys. Some of us
Oh, it's
are-
definitely coming from Madi.
Is it?
Yeah, there's some kind of sound coming
Yeah,
in
like
the
a
background,
scratchy.
like a scratchy sound.
Is that it?
Yes?
I think so.
Weird.
My fan's been on this whole time, but that's weird.
Weird. Love microphones. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Sharmi said, "We can't
Yes.
all be perfy boys," or something like that.
Perfect little hunter boys. Everybody's favorite stupid child. Some of us are dumb and hot, okay?
He just means, you know,
I know exactly what he means. He means exactly what everybody always tells me, except I'm not good at traveling around and fighting with weapons and whatever. But I'm out here for a reason, and I guess I'm staying.
you don't have to be good at it, though. You just need to know what's going to happen. And you need to be safe. That's all.
So, only way to be safe in this situation is to get dressed up in a big hot outfit and go sweatily wading through water we're not allowed to touch because there's corpses in it.
And other things. It's the veil is a lot safer.
I know.
And the ground is consistent. Out here it's not. So, even I have to wear shoes and I don't like it. I
hate
really
shoes.
don't like it. Yeah. I have to, if they don't have it in the right size, then I have to have human feet. And I can't fucking walk properly. When I wear shoes, it's weird. It feels weird, and I kind of look like I'm whatever a Oompa Loompa is. I don't even know how to bend my feet properly, and I just walk like an L.
Why don't you make your boyfriend carry you? He did it yesterday.
I'm
Look,
not gonna make him carry me through a bog where we can sink.
we're all going to be uncomfortable.
We can sink in the bog.
Yes. We don't know how deep it is. That's another issue. That's why
See, it would have been really helpful if somebody had explained to me you can sink, there are corpses, things are gonna bite you, you have to wear these dumb ugly leathers.
I was trying to explain it to you.
I think the
Oh.
leathers are the least of the problem in that list. Because if there's corpses in the water, then the water's always also going to smell, probably, and it's going to have, they're like wet corpses, so they haven't really, done their thing, Yeah.
They fossilize actually, so they can't even decompose properly.
It doesn't look pretty.
It's kind of cool. That's just for me.
They might look more like your pants, which is, like the leather pants. Like just that, I don't know, the wet
Right, this sounds delightful.
with holes.
But it'll be
Sorry.
better once we're out of the bog. You can take it all off. You can even take it all off in a hot way.
I think it looked great in
Yay.
leather. I mean, to be honest,
Thank you. I mean, I look great in everything, but
it'll
Yeah.
do wonders for your ass. So,
You can pull off anything. It's just, I know it's a comfortability thing, but it's not. You're not supposed to be comfortable out in the wild majority of the time, because nature is unpredictable.
yeah.
great. Well, this has really killed my buzz. So, thanks for the information. That part is sincere. And I think it's probably bedtime.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should
Okay.
also buy a bottle before we leave Foxton. Might help the travels.
Just one?
We could buy bottles for travels.
Okay.
Just make sure to wrap them up good. I don't want us to fall in a hole and then it gets cracked and then all the good juice is gone.
That sounds important. We don't want to lose our alcohol before we get to drink it.
I don't want to fall in the hole to begin with, but yes, that would
You're
suck.
tall. You can get out of a hole.
Yeah.
I could.
Are they
but
even holes to
getting-
you? You're built like a rectangle.
It depends on the hole. I mean, okay, yes. I could get myself out, but I don't know if I could get everyone else out.
Actually, if we were ever to fall in the hole, I can make us fall slowly.
That would be very nice, so it wouldn't hurt everybody. Mm. Let's sleep this night off. I'll buy my stuff tomorrow. We could do that at the same time as the clothing.
Okay, clothing shopping tomorrow.
Mhm.
feel like I was gonna say something,
Were
but
you?
maybe I don't know. Lots of stuff has happened, so
What is about Foxboy or?
I don't fucking know.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah, actually, before we go, because if I say this within like 100 feet of him, he's probably gonna hear me.
No, my ears are better. He just has like a good nose or something, and maybe he's the type of fox that like could have, like have like magnetism because some foxes do that. It's how they hunt in the
Okay.
snow. They can sense it. It's a whole thing. It's really cool.
Hopefully his face is buried into a pillow. What were you going to say?
Well, because I know Dai is not gonna yell at me about it. Just a
Mm.
question, but are you getting married?
I mean, eventually, I think after I take care of all of my stuff and this,
I meant to him.
yeah, eventually.
Okay.
Why?
I was just wondering. I don't care at all or need to know about it. It's just conversation.
Vibe check. I wish to vibe check.
Insight check against either persuasion or deception. You do not have to say which, Aurora.
Do I get advantage because I'm not drunk?
Yes. You have disadvantage because you're drunk.
I don't need it, but sure.
Did you roll with disadvantage?
Yeah.
What'd you
11.
get? 11.
What is this? 1 second. 13.
Oh,
I rolled low.
okay.
Wow, I rolled bad, and I thought
you
that was it.
get to decide how much of a success that is. It does beat your roll, so it is a success, but you can determine the scale.
Yeah. So, Dai, you can tell that Aurora is like both annoyed and jealous, but also like happy for her at the same time. Like, I guess that's a good thing that's happening, but like she has some kind of issue with it.
I get that vibe, and I'll just give you a very nice I think you've been through it today, so I'll give you a hug. And I'm all fluffy and shit, so it's probably comfy.
Aurora barely holds herself back from weeping once she receives this hug.
Oh, no.
Oh no, if I feel that, I'll pat your back and stuff like that. It's okay. It's really hard, right?
It's because she's drunk. Aw.
Oh.
It's okay.
She's drunk crying. Oh no.
It's okay.
Nikita's gonna put a hand on her back.
Yeah. See, look, 2 hands. It's okay.
I'm sorry I made him mad. I don't want him to not help us anymore.
Aw.
No, it's okay. He shouldn't be that mean either.
He sounds like my mom.
That's unfortunate. But I don't want to presume that I know your mom. Besides, maybe she's hot since you're on fire. And so she might be on fire. That's kind of cool. But no, I've seen her once. She is on fire. That's a fun family thing. But I know Kazu, and he means well. So maybe if he's like your mom, then that means deep down you know he means well. But then he reminds you of your mom, so you're kind of just like, whatever, shut up.
He doesn't remind me of my mom, but he
Okay,
sounds like her today.
Okay, thank God. This is good. I didn't know where I was going with that.
And then, like maybe as like kind of an afterthought in like a drunken way, she goes, "He reminds me of my sister."
Sisters are rough.
Except for mine. She's good.
I look directly at Malin and I'd be like, "You're rough."
She
like,
just kinda,
I do this-
she does like the pearl clutch, like
She got straight.
nobody in this campaign is straight. Nobody,
Mhm.
not a
I
single
think-
one.
See? No one's straight.
I think after like her bringing up her sister and that one conversation they had on their watch, and knowing it's kind of a subject that she avoids, I think she's gonna start doing like a circle, like with like into her shoulder. And she's just has no words. She doesn't know what to say in this situation. She's a little.
I feel like
much,
Aurora will,
too many social skills needed for this interaction. I
Yeah.
do not have.
Aurora will accept her snuggles and then like eventually like, you know, pull away and go, okay, I guess we can go and rest. Maybe find Rev on the way.
Before we go, Dayu,
Yes.
on the topic of you marrying him after this is all done, just make sure you do it because you want to be with him and not because you feel like you have to.
Oh. Oh shit, is this how this feels reversed? Oh.
You don't belong to anyone. I don't. I don't like how people have been talking about this.
Oh, I see. I'm actually not sure where I stand on it. I like him a lot, but I know it's always gonna have, it's always gonna feel like business sometimes. That's just because this was a business relationship. We would have never have met if it wasn't for everything. So it's I don't mind it. I think in the long run, there's a lot worse things that could happen than getting married to a lord.
I'll ask you again later.
Later.
When this is all done. Before
Okay.
you decide to come back.
Okay. Do you need a hug too?
No, I'm good. I mean, hugs are nice, but it's not that I need one. I just...
Do you want one?
What does... Okay, define want, because I mean, like,
Do you
sure?
wa- I look at like ghosts for help. Like, no, I mean like, do you want a hug?
Sure?
You look in.
She's really comfy. Nikita, just hug her.
Okay,
She's
okay,
so
fine.
soft and cozy.
Jennifer in the background, like, this is the most awkward interaction I've ever seen in my life.
Pat as well.
Not
You
looking...
Make sure you get a solid, both arms, but don't squeeze too tight.
She's gonna, like, not look directly at Dayu and just look at Aurora and be like, very soft. Yep.
On oh, I'm sorry, continue.
Like, you just like a tap and just like a yup
Yup.
situation, like... That's all.
Awesome. I think on that note, let's take a little snack break. We'll be back in about 10-ish minutes. Everybody get up, stretch, get a snack, get a drink. Don't forget to hydrate, and we'll see you in a little bit. Hello, we're back. We all had snacks. And now we can be happy and more happy than we already were. And get back to playing some D&D. Okay, so, I presume we can fast forward a little bit to all of you getting to the house, getting settled in, and those kinds of things. Do we want to just go right into the long rest and resume at morning time?
I think so.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
I was gonna ask something, but
Sure.
he was a bad boy, so he doesn't get it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I have to take care of my drunk friend, and also low-key worry about my big friend, which is Nikita.
She's fine.
Uh-huh.
Can we talk
Says
about
the
my
says the
accident?
most sad character in the party.
Whatever. Yeah, sure, fine. I'll keep it. I'll take it. DM said it. It's canon.
Yep.
The sad badge goes to.
The sad badge goes to ... Nikita forever and always.
We have
So-
to reorder the saddest character ranking.
Oh jeez.
Please.
I know you all thought it was Kazuhiko for a minute there. You know,
Not anymore.
not anymore. So you can all take your long rests now if you like. Excuse me. Oh my god. I just ate carbs and now I'm tired already. I had a bagel. It was delicious.
Everything on the bagel.
I don't normally get the cinnamon raisin ones. I do like them, but I got cinnamon raisin this time. I was like, oh, this is a nice little treat.
The only bagel I eat is 4 cheese, like a heathen.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Everything.
Though. I love everything bagels. Okay, before we talk
Sorry.
about bagels too much. I'm from New Jersey, okay? I love bagels. Period. End of story.
You Joyzy.
I Joyzy.
Joyce.
I rejoice in the bagels. So you all have a long rest. Moving right past that, and it is it's morning time. You guys have some breakfast, which is provided by the Red Fang family. And you are now able to go out on the town, if you would like to do so.
Shoe shopping.
I think Sin would want to catch up with Aurora right after breakfast, though. What? You're upset?
Charmy is happy. Aurora is upset.
Gotcha.
Actually, wait. How is Aurora feeling, like, in terms of, like, hangover wise?
Good question. Should I roll about it?
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I rolled a natural one.
You drank quite a lot last night. You're definitely sick this morning, and very, very hungover. I'm not gonna get into the details there because that's a thing for me. But you
Seems fair.
a nat one. Yeah, you were sick from drinking too much.
Could I lesser restoration any of that actually? 'Cause I don't think so. Technically, lesser restoration. It specifically states, like disease or
Am I
like
poisoned? I don't
blinded,
think so.
deafened, paralyzed or poisoned.
Let's see. Well, alcohol is poison. Lesser restoration cures poison. I think that's the ruling I made previously. So yes, you can lesser restoration it away.
Okay. Well, first I'll ask. Like, this is probably while we're getting ready, and I noticed you're not looking too great. So, Aurora, do you want me to do the thing?
I mean, yes, but also maybe you shouldn't be wasting your magic on me because I drank too much.
It's not a waste if I use it on you.
I really appreciate it if you want to do it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want another hug? Because I can do it while I hug you.
Yes, please.
Okay. I come and give you a nice big fluffy hug again. And I'll cast lesser restoration because all I gotta do is touch you for it. So yeah, I'm gonna take that poison out. Well, it's alcohol. Gotta take that poison out. You may still
Thank
feel
you.
like emotional shit though.
I do. I definitely do. Now that that's cleared up, she feels emotionally worse than she did. And if we're heading out before we leave, Aurora will stop to talk to Kazuhiko. So depending on if Sind wants to do their thing first or that first, it's as we're leaving.
Up to you, Vic.
No, please have this moment with Kazuhiko. I love it. How is Bougie? Do you have to put Bougie in like a different room for this? Because
I mean, Bougie and I are neutral. I can take him for you if you're
Yeah.
worried.
I would say she would only be worried if he like reared up upon her approach.
Bougie definitely does not like he actually, you know what? Bougie doesn't seem to have an issue with Kazuhiko.
Okay, so Aurora will not worry about it and kind of like stop in front of him as we're about to exit and like pause, and then make eye contact and say, I'm sorry for being rude to you yesterday. I will be more mindful of the advice that you give in future. Mostly because you're important to Diet, but also because I appreciate your help. And then she'll leave. Unless he says something back.
You can decide. Do you walk away before he can say anything? Or do
I feel like she would
pause to let him speak?
I feel like she would be quick about it, as if she's like reading out something that she's rehearsed, and then she'll be like, okay, now I can walk away from it before like I mess it up.
All right, so you say what you need to say, you turn on your heel, and you walk out before he has a chance to say anything. All right. I will say, just in terms of scene setting, when you walk up, he is still sitting at the table. Everybody else looks like they're getting ready to go, but he does not look like he's coming with you.
Okay, then that motivates her even more to do it at that moment.
Yeah. So you peace out, and join everybody else outside, or run into Sin in the hallway, whatever you prefer.
Yes, and that's up to you.
Sin was definitely haunting the hallway when he saw that like Aurora had like sort of like broken off, and Sin like when Aurora comes by, he smiles, and he's just
you heard
like,
that. You heard what she said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, do you want to talk about it?
There's not much to talk about. You're supposed to apologize after you have an argument with somebody, especially at dinner, and I'm trying to follow those rules.
Yeah. But like, if someone is mean to you, you don't have to forgive them fast.
I mean, was it mean, or was it just like what I hear all the time? Big difference. It's not that big of a deal. It's just familiar.
Sin looks at Aurora, and there is something very piercing about his gaze. His face goes very serious. And if you allow it, Sin takes Aurora's hand. And he looks right in her face and is just like, darling, being unkind will never teach anyone anything. You deserve kindness.
She like gets like a very emotional face journey, and then she'll just lean in and give Sin a hug.
And Sin gives a very like strong hug to Aurora, and is just like, all right, let's get you some nice boots. Hopefully ones that breathe well.
Okay. Thank you for being here.
I made a choice yesterday to try and make sure that everyone was okay. But I was worried that I didn't stay up to meet you when you came back.
Dayu gave me a really good hug, and Nikita gave me a back rub, and I did cry a little bit, but I felt better after.
Good cry then. And Sin just sort of grins up at her and is just like, let's go meet the rest of them.
Okay.
And I don't think Sin doesn't let go of Aurora's hand, if that's okay. I think Sin sort of like leads her forward and even like swings it a little bit as he's like just starts gabbing about anything.
Ayo, how receptive are you?
14 passive perception.
So then you notice that she like kind of like keeps looking at your hands joined and like smiles, and then she talks to you, but she's kind of like extra touched.
Oh.
Gay.
These two queers approach you both out on the outside.
Yes.
Is it
You're-
just you two?
Yeah, you're all out in the courtyard. Kazuhiko informed you all at breakfast that he had some business to take care of.
I have a question, which I
Sure.
didn't think of until we were already in conversation in the hall, but how far down the hall were we?
Probably close to the door.
Okay.
You were probably walking out the door as you were having, like, the real conversation.
Got it.
Yep.
Then as they get outside, that's when Aurora realizes, like, oh, I bet he heard that.
Does Aurora say that out loud?
Yeah, just loud enough for Sin to hear.
Yeah, Sin's just like, I think he knows that you're trying your best. And I think that's important that he knows.
If you say so.
Fastest hands in Okurai, fastest feet in Foxden, apparently. And best.
What?
I beat him in a foot race on the way back yesterday. I think he waits until they're closer to Nikita and Dayu to announce that because he's very proud of it.
Yeah, I feel like Aurora would be like tugging you to tell them about it because that is a big deal
Yeah.
to her, at least.
Well, yeah, Kazuhiko's very athletic, so, you know. I mean, so is Sin, but, like,
Yeah.
higher level than you all, you would expect him to, you know, leave you in the dust, but nope, not this time.
You have too many titles, Sin.
Not enough, I feel. I think that I deserve at least 15 titles before I stop.
You can have a title everywhere you go, because technically Giant Slayer was along the way to Blockade, right? And now you're the fastest feet in Foxden, and you were the fastest hands in Okurai.
Exactly. And he looks at Nikita and he's just like, I'm gonna beat you to 15 titles.
I don't care for the amount.
Boo
I'm gonna-
you, that's not fun. I think that's what Sid says.
Wow.
I'm
What
gonna
is-
keep score.
What is it called again when someone it starts off as a collector, but then they just kind of get to a point where like it's just not healthy?
I don't think you
Hoarder?
can do that with
Hoarder.
titles.
That's the word. So you're hoarding titles. That's what you're doing.
If they were a physical thing, maybe. I
That's
just
enough
want
for
to be
me.
a legend.
Yes, legend who has 50 million titles.
What
Easy
are the
read.
gods but people who just many different titles?
That's fair.
They're also like super powerful and can do magic and control domains. The gods was not a good one to go about. You should have said like a king.
Yes, I was going to say, are you comparing yourself to a god?
Did you
Finn?
know? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
Well, I'll say Aurora says, did you know that anyone could give themselves a title? Because if you go to a new town, who's gonna know?
I would know.
That is
And-
so funny.
You right though, says the DM.
Yeah.
Not Jennifer.
Ooh,
Yeah, but
voice
Sin
of God.
is just like
Yeah.
Sin is just like the gods are barely affecting this plane. Who's to say who can call themselves a god?
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Fair. And Sin holds up the little time dealy.
Do you like?
You hold up the medallion.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like it looks the same as before. It's not in movement right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to drop some like.
Me
Has Sin has
too.
not
I
been
was
investigating
I
this
was
medallion
giving
at
you-
all.
Yeah, you all see like this very intricate. Cause you haven't shown this to the party before, have you?
I've shown it to Dayu.
So you all
Not-
see this disc-like amulet that consists of multiple rings. Some are wide, some are thinner, and in the center of it is a little hourglass. The sand inside it is black.
What is that?
Oh, I got this at a temple.
Okay.
The gift from God.
It was a gift from Edem, the god of time.
You stole it, didn't you?
No.
Mm.
No. Actually, for once. No, I traded him my old holy symbol, and then I got this one.
You traded with a god.
For a lack of better explanation.
You can do that? I thought you guys just did that with like rocks and stuff because it was fun or something.
It's a whole actual bartering system, but sometimes it's fun to do it as well. But you can kind of do anything with gods.
Huh.
You just gotta be chill.
So what does your god do when you talk or whatever? Do you get gifts?
I mean, technically, my sister and I were gifts, so that counts. But otherwise, not really. We just talk. She's a really big lady, though.
You see her when you talk?
Hmm.
You don't just like hear like a mystical voice in your head or have a cool dream?
No, I just go there.
Wow.
Go where?
Oh. I fall for a very long time. And then I am surrounded by stars. It's like swimming in the void. And then a big purple, usually naked tiefling lady shows up. She's very sweet. But it sucks that I can't. It's kind of difficult to find time to talk to her now that we're traveling. Sometimes it's raining, and I don't want to try it while it's raining because it's harder. I feel much more comfortable if, like, the moon was out. I would definitely not try it in the day. That seems redundant.
I think Sin is fully like going through his like symbols
Yeah.
and takes out the one he has for Luna Seren, which is this very pretty wave inside of a star.
Aw.
Cute, cute.
Yeah.
And Sin sort of like looks at it and he's like, "You never talk to me in the night."
Have you tried talking to her?
Well, to this symbol.
Oh, I don't talk to the symbol. I talk to her.
Huh,
I
wonder if
will
that's-
say, I will say, if any of you have ever been in or around the Temple of Aluna Seren, even if you've walked by it, you've seen the statue of Aluna Seren. So you guys know what she looks like. It's just you haven't seen her in color. You've seen her as a statue.
Sin also believes that those representations, how accurate can they be?
I give you a thumbs up.
Yeah, Dayu can confirm. It's completely accurate.
Actually, no. Titties are much larger.
That's cool.
Yeah, you're right.
At least in my dreams they are.
Oh, wow.
She's very
Ooh.
dope.
Didn't know you were so devout.
No, I believe in no god.
Me neither, really.
They are very real. I need you guys to understand this.
Oh, I believe you. I mean, I'm not here to tell, for example, Dayu that, she obviously her power comes from something. There's a source and she has a connection, but I have no connection or interest. So
Mm-hmm. I want to say a
Respectfully.
really dirty joke, but it's not in character.
Reel it in.
But
Put in
You know
the
what?
chat.
I can think of actually no, I can do it in character, but it'll be like a bit more vague.
believe in you.
Yeah. Just give you a nod and be like, I respect it, but I'm pretty sure I can find ways to make you believe. But I didn't come here to convert you, so that's fine.
I don't know how you would go about that, but
Inspiration for Dayu.
Sin has the most face when Dayu says that, and he looks at Nikita, and he leans back as if to like make it so Dayu can't see him, and he's just like.
And go, there's tons of ways to worship different gods. I usually prefer it when people are on their knees, but that's okay.
God damn it! I try to keep it.
glad
I
I
try to
didn't-
keep it.
I'm glad I didn't take a sip yet, because that would
I
have
tr-
absolutely killed me.
Damn it! I try to keep it.
You try to keep what?
Like my face, my composure.
No, I can't.
You already
I
failed.
lost Nikita the second I came out.
I need you to know, Dayu is 100% dead fucking eyes and like a smile, and I can never keep that kind of face because I don't. These fucking jokes are. Nah, I don't. So it's fine, but just know that she's saying it 100% with this straight
Deadpan.
poker face. Yeah,
Straight poker
deadpan.
face.
Just like if you've seen fucking Psycho Mob, and he just looks like he's dead inside.
Oh my god.
That's Dayu
Oh my god.
all the time. Just her resting faces, smiles.
I feel like especially if the nonverbals aren't there, Nikita's not gonna see it at all. She's really just gonna be like, I don't know how that will help, but
I can show you.
That's
what Sid says.
I volunteer.
I feel like Aurora missed the first one, caught the second one, and then upon hearing that, that's when her face gets,
Okay. I love that. I love that for you all.
It's still Pride Month, baby.
It's still Pride Month, baby! Yes, Wyatt agrees. He's snoring. He's sleeping soundly, knowing that we are still in Pride Month.
Wyatt, ally.
Ally. I do have a little rainbow scarf for him.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
That's
Like he ever gets to wear it because it's so fucking hot here. Whatever. I know that it exists. That's what matters. It's for me.
That's what matters.
Exactly.
So you all
Personal
walk across the village to, I presume, the general store first to get supplies. I demand a photo of him with it in the Discord. We'll see. I have to find it. I don't know where it is, but I do have it somewhere.
And yeah, I think supply's good, but Nikita needs tea, and we all, except for maybe Sin, I don't know, actually need clothes.
Sin only
And-
needs boots.
Boots, yep.
And I thought we should maybe look for like restocking ration type things.
Yeah.
So what I'll say, those of you who already are wearing like proper adventuring gear, and it's not to say that like sorcerer's robes or druid's robes are not proper adventuring gear, but you know, given that there are 2 characters in the party who don't want to touch dirt ever, that's why for the folks at home, role playing this out has become quite a large topic amidst the party, because we've got 2 bougie bitches on the party. Who don't want to get grimy even though they're adventurers, but that's great because I love it. So that's why that's happening. I saw there were like questions in chat about like why this is being a thing. It's not armor; it's just making them get proper clothing for travel. As someone who plays a bougie bitch in another game, I relate. Anyway. So you all get to the general store. There's definitely like clothing and boots and things like that you can get at pretty reasonable prices because it's not specifically leather armor. So it won't cost you guys a whole lot of money. Plus, you seem to be expected. Like when you come in, it's like they were expecting you. And the prices they charge you are almost insultingly cheap.
Sin doesn't question it and
Yeah.
refuses to question it. He is already stepping weird with his feet in boots.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
no.
same. The minute
Just-
they put Dayu needs thigh-high boots when you
Yeah, you
think
do.
about it.
Mhm.
And so she walks like a dog wearing booties, you know?
Same.
It's like
Oh my
it's just
God.
really, really weird. She falls down maybe once or twice. 'Cause
Oh, God.
it's just like, where do we go? Where do we go?
Where do we go from here? Oh God, I love that. So yeah, you get it. I'm not even gonna have you mark off money, like it's that cheap.
Okay.
For you to get different clothes. In terms of other equipment, however, depending on what you want to pick up, there will be costs to other things. Rations, they don't charge you for that. You guys can just like have, you know, the same kind of pack of rations that you already have because you're traveling with a hunter, and you know 2 other individuals who can hunt as well. So you'll be perfectly fine in terms of food.
I figured it was supplemental stuff for getting, like spices for the meat.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say I want some seasoning, please.
yeah. Get some seasoning.
Happy to take you guys to Azumi's house. Because Sin wants those herbs.
Oh yeah, she would definitely share or sell those to you depending. So yeah, you can absolutely pick up things like that. There's probably some in the general store that's already like packaged up that you can get. And definitely salt from Blockade, because that is what Blockade is known for, is the salt flats there. what else? Does anybody want to get anything special beyond, like, having proper footwear and, maybe an outfit that Aurora cares about a little bit less than her dress, so that it doesn't matter if it gets dirty or not? Anything?
I mean, I think Nikita would probably adjust her outfit a bit too, just because she's, really thinking about it, considering these are the clothes that she took from home. She probably doesn't want to get it messed up.
Yeah.
Since we are taking a second to get clothes.
Yep, okay. So, outfit changes for some of you.
Makeover.
Already have it in mind.
Makeover.
You have, like, a little montage of, like, picking out your outfits. I'll say, Aurora, it's not too difficult for you to find clothing that's not too rough and tumble looking, but still functional.
Okay, so
Also, your butt looks great in leather. I'm just saying.
Perfection. I'll say she started out the visit like pretty grumpy in the face, and then by the end she is begrudgingly satisfied.
Begrudgingly satisfied. We love it.
Looking in the mirror like,
See, I told you we'd find something that works for you.
You're right. Thanks. Branching out.
When in doubt, titty out. It's actually not very safe to have the boobs out. And I say that my ears droop a little bit. Like, you think I like wearing this stuff too? No. It's worse is like my in-laws over there. Now I gotta dress out of modesty. It's not even safety anymore.
Oh. Since when? Have you seen Kazuhiko's mom?
Yeah, she hot.
She's
That's
Yeah,
what
but-
Sin
but
says,
no,
actually, out loud.
It's one, but it's one thing. It's one thing with the mom, but there's also all of his younger siblings and his dad, and we all chill in the same area. And I just feel a little bit more weirder having my whole titties out.
That's fair. Sometimes my mom gets really annoyed when I'm dressed like that, hanging out around the house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Your house.
It's not really my house. It's more their house. She likes to remind me.
Do I have to cover up my whole skin for this endeavor, do you think?
No,
I don't... Okay, good.
just cover
I'm not doing
up
that.
what I would just say. Cover up your legs
Yeah.
because of bog stuff. There's leeches in bogs sometimes.
Not gonna lie, I really imagine Nikita and water resistant boot or whatever the hell they have for that. And then like a cargo pant that's still kind of like baggy-ish feeling. And then just like her black top, but then she'll probably get like these like sleeve things that she adds the top to it.
Yeah, you just want to protect yourself from. I mean, there's bugs, but you can just slap some mud on you. But I don't think you want to slap mud on you. And also, again, could be leeches. Could be a lot of worse things too. Don't want to die in a bog.
Don't really
Bogs
care
are
about
very
leeches.
active.
Sorry, no, I care about the leeches. Don't care about the mud. That's what I meant to say.
Sin is just like high stepping and awkward. Like, sort
Same,
of like,
same.
I hate that. And
Same.
he's just like, tremble in fear from. No, I'm joking. Boots. In boots.
In boots.
You are.
Oh my god.
For the next
must
few games,
wear
I
You have
will
to-
be played by Antonio Banderas.
Oh, wow. I'm not complaining. I'm honored, truly.
I love it.
What's the difference?
I was gonna say, like, I can't really tell.
Fun fact, both of my parents watched like the Puss in Boots movie with me because they both like my mom has like she really likes Antonio Banderas and my dad really likes Salma Hayek. They both saw Desperado back in the 90s and they came out going, wow, both of them look great, and then they both got haircuts to match the other actor. So like that's a fun fact. And now
Wow.
anything that they're in, it's like I legally have to watch it and I legally have to tell them that I watched it or else they'll get very offended.
Oh my god, I love it.
That is amazing.
Can
I
your parents adopt all of us, please?
I live and die by the Zorro movies, the new Zorro movies, Antonio Banderas Zorro. They're
That's
super
yep. My
hot.
mom loves it. My mom fucking look. She watched. What was it? Is he in Spy Kids? Was that the movie?
Yes. Yeah,
I know
he's
she
the
watched. I know
dad.
she watched Spy Kids religiously with
Love
me.
the shit out of Spy Kids.
Yeah,
All
Spy
right.
Kids. She watched.
Yeah,
Yes,
we've gone
girls.
way off topic here. So nobody's getting anything special beyond better clothing and spices and rations.
Tea.
Tea you can find.
Okay, cool.
The only other
Tea
thing
you
I would
can
say
get from
is that
Kaz's parents, actually.
Oh, cool.
the only other thing I would say is that Aurora will ask Dayu, other than like, electrocuting them and setting them on fire and stuff, what's good to fight undead if they grab you in the bog?
Divine magic works, but that's like a
So
given.
what if you don't have that?
Silver?
kick really good?
What if you can't really do that? I'm just worried about the water and the magic situation. I'm not sure how that's gonna work out, and I can do a little bit.
Oh, I
but-
see. Well, what kind of magic? Like, I guess yeah. What kind of magic can you do? Because I focus more on utilities and stuff. But you saw me clap, so I can do that too, and with that other stuff. But that's different.
So I got like the lightning version of that. Fire, obviously. I can like shoot things that are further away. It's been working out pretty good. Up close and personal, that's when it's really not ideal. I pretty much just have the lightning, and she pulls out her silver dagger that her dad reminded her to bring.
I see the silver and I lean away, and I go, "Oh,
Mhm.
well, I mean that would work. The dagger. Do you have anything that's like force, like wind, anything like that? I only have one thing I can do that's like close-up touch damage related, but I would not use that on undead, sadly."
You know that me and Nikita are right here. We
Yeah,
will
let's
protect you
just-
guys up close. You don't have
course.
to lean on yourself to do all of it. You can just be
But-
good at shooting things far away, and
But
we
you
will
should
protect you
be-
up close.
No, you should be prepared if you get taken.
Taken.
Because she talked about how they're in the water and you don't know if they're there, and they could be active undead or they could be
Yeah.
petrified undead. And then what if they pull you down?
I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying don't be prepared. I'm saying that you don't have to specialize in doing it.
Yes, I just want to, be able to make it let go.
Yeah. We're not talking about specializing in cliffs of magic. That's what you do when you cheat. We're talking about just being safe when we get grabbed.
I
Sorry, go ahead.
I didn't mean to try and be like, you don't need to be safe when you're. Again, I'm just saying that like, you guys can also rely on us to come after you if you get grabbed.
And what happens
will
when
be
you
screaming.
go down?
I will be screaming.
What happens when we go down?
Yeah. What happens if you go down first, or you're overwhelmed and swarmed, or we're separated?
What if
You
you
gotta-
have to protect Rev and you have to choose which group to go with?
You have to be prepared.
A shit starter.
While this conversation is happening, Aurora, please give me an Arcana check.
A 19.
Very good. you do have some magic that has force in it, a little bit. And you also are more than well aware that if you are in water, using lightning magic is very effective against things that are in water. Things in general that are in water. You know that water is very reactive to any kind of electricity, so if you are in water and you use electricity, there is a possibility that it could be bad for everyone who's in the water, not just you.
I am very glad to have Aurora collect that information because that was Charmy's vibes. Trying to be
yeah,
sly
with a 19, definitely good enough. However, with your abilities, there is a chance of that not happening because you are very precise with your spellcasting.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
Yes.
So, you know that there's a possibility you could get away with just using your normal magic in the bog. But when all else fails, you've got some pretty good cantrips on hand.
Excellent. Then I feel like after having this conversation, kind of like pulling out this information, like she feels a little bit more reassured and less inclined to look for more purchases.
Something that's helpful about being the family fuck up is that when you fuck up, you happen to notice how your powers, which you previously had a hard time controlling, affect other things. So, the bar for that check was actually pretty low. You knocked it way out of the park.
Great, because I was like, oh no, Arcana. Like I'm trained, but barely.
So yeah, that's kind of where you're at having this conversation. You kind of had this realization, like, you know what, maybe I do got this. Maybe. What does everybody else want to do? Do we want to call it early since we are sans Alyssa?
I don't really have anything special to do, except potentially fight Kazuhiko, which I think is funny. I already beat him in a foot race. Could beat him about his face.
Oh,
You should
we
fight
can
him.
keep going.
You
We
should
keep
fight him
going.
because I want to watch.
We can keep going if you want. It's up to you if you want to do that now or if you want to wait till next week.
Fight him now,
What?
fight him now, fight him now, fight him now, fight him.
Okay.
We have a fucking
Fight
hour.
him now?
Fight him.
Is that what you?
Okay.
Is that what
Let's
everyone
go.
else wants? Okay, let's do it.
it.
You guys just want to see hot, sweaty men wrestling with each other.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Listen,
What do you mean?
what do you mean? What do I mean?
I'm trying to further this ship. Leave me be.
This is our secondary OTP.
All right. I will need you to try to locate Kazuhiko. He is not home.
I think he just asks. He asks the younger brother because he knows younger brothers are snitches.
I love that. So you are looking for which younger brother? Are you looking for Hikaru, the youngest one?
Oh yeah, the youngest always see everything that you do, so they can snitch on you.
So you return to the house looking for Kazu, realize he is not there. You can decide if all of you are together or not. But Sin, when you come across this realization, you can see Hikaru, playing in the yard. He is underneath the flowering pink tree, I don't know, playing with something, like a little toy sword.
Yeah, I think interacting with child mode goes on, and Sin sort of walks over and he grins at the kid and he's just like, "Hey, have you seen your brother?"
He's got like a little wooden sword that looks like it was made for him, and he's like whacking at the tree with it, like, yeah, yeah. And when you come up, he like looks up at you. I'm training right now.
Oh, like Sin looks really excited, and he's like, "Yeah, is this the type of sword that you want?" And like Sin sort of like points at the sword. Is it like shaped like a long sword, or is it like?
It's shaped like a short sword because he's tiny.
Gotcha,
he's only 10. He's a little guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like it's probably like a long sword for a child.
Uh huh. And I think he grins and he's just like, those are very good for being fast.
Yeah, and I'm fast.
Oh,
Like
how
Kazu.
fast are you?
The fastest after Kazu.
Ooh, I see. You might be faster than Kazu then, because I beat Kazu in a race yesterday.
What? No way.
Yeah. You can ask him if you want. Do you know where he is right now?
He thinks for a second. I'm gonna roll to see if he knows. He goes, he had some kind of, like, lord thing to do. I don't really know where, though. Something about paperwork, something about, I never remember her name, the lady. I don't like her. She's kind of mean. I don't remember.
Well, you don't have
He
to
had
remember the name of
He
mean
had
people.
official business, I think is what Dad called it. Official business. What does that even mean? What's official business?
It's the thing that adults say when they don't want to explain what they're doing.
Oh, they do say that a lot.
Yeah. So they'll be like, this is too long and boring to explain to a kid, so we're going to say official business. And I think Sin looks back at all of them when he says that, and he says it in, like, as close to a Kazuhiko impression as he can.
Oh, boy. Okay.
You need to stand, like, way straighter.
I need a performance check for this impression to see if you do a good job.
That's a 19 on the die.
That's fucking great.
And the performance is a +6. It's a 25.
Holy shit!
So
you sound
he
just
says
like
it
Kazu.
again. When Dayu says you have to stand up straighter, he stands up straighter and he looks at oh my god, I forgot his name already. Hikaru, and he's like, with the most like neutral expression, official business.
You sound just like Kazu. That's so funny.
I don't know, that's pretty good actually.
Sin can't help but laugh. And he's like, all right, so they're at some boring adult place doing paperwork. Pretty sure we can find them.
Would I know?
Would you know where he is?
Yeah, now that I know that it's a boring official place with paperwork.
You don't know who the mean lady is, but a boring official place would be where the elders are. But based on your conversation yesterday, give me insight.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Insight. 21.
You don't think he's at the council house because he's planning on skipping town. So it wouldn't make logical sense for Kazuhiko to go see the elders right now, if he's planning on leaving and pissing them off. So you kind of rack your brain a little bit, and with that roll, you are not, even with that roll, you're not totally sure. But I will say with the insight check, you could probably ask his mother and she would know.
I think you see Dayu kind of think for a bit. And then when she comes to that conclusion, she'll just go, 1 second, I'm gonna go ask his mom. and I go very nicely inside.
Hikaru trails behind you because he's like, I want a snack, and he like drops his sword on the ground and follows you inside. And you watch as he scoots past you really fast to run into the kitchen, but you find his mother in probably like the sitting room area. Dayu.
Hello. Do you know where Kazuhiko is?
I believe he had some things to take care of, but where he is right this moment, I'm not sure.
He's not with the elders, right?
I wouldn't imagine so.
Because that would make no sense. Don't tell them that I told you this. Sin wants to challenge Kazu to, I think it's wrestling. It could also just be a general beatdown, but in a fun way.
Oh.
I kind of want to watch that.
Oh. I think she give me an insight check.
You gotta like me, I swear.
You're picking up she's not telling you something.
18?
Yeah, she knows where he is. She's just not telling you.
What do I have to bribe you with for you to tell me?
I don't think you particularly want to meet your competition, dear.
Oh. Do it. Oh, I see. Ah.
My best guess, you can go look for him if you want, but my best guess is he is telling her that he is leaving.
That's good to know. Also, do you have a spare box of tea?
Oh, absolutely.
Can I have it?
Of course.
Thank you. I'm gonna go take it.
Yeah.
And, as I do, I will...
Yeah, how does Dayu feel about hearing that?
I don't know. Mixed. Because it's definitely... This is... You know what? Take it as you want to. She's just never had a competition before.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's a weird feeling. It's kind of funny. I don't think it's... I think it's weird because she has to think. She's like... in...
Like, competition in what? What do you mean?
Yeah, no, it's literally like, competition what? This only happened because they thought I was dead, so I have to die to get a rival? Okay. That's kind of an ego boost, actually. You know, like, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
A rival that's a little brother doesn't even like?
Yeah.
Is it really a rival?
It was like, if he doesn't like her, and his brother doesn't like her, and it looks like my in-laws don't like her, is there even a rival? And then Dayu has to think a little bit and goes, was I likable? Because she doesn't. It's a very fun confusion, you know.
Yeah.
This is doing wonders
what
for
does
her
this mean?
ego, and she has no idea what it means. Yeah.
Like, you were plan B, bitch.
No, they were plan C when you think about it. Plan
You're
B
right.
is kidnapping him.
Mm-hmm.
She's plan C, maybe D. Like,
So I guess the question is for Dayu, do you go looking?
oh, do I want to look? Can I roll?
You can roll to make a decision if you want.
Oh, that's cocked. How is this cocked again? Okay, maybe I put this... I'm rolling on this little square thing, and I dropped all my dice.
Oh.
But, like... And they kept, like, landing right on the edge. Oh, that's very high. Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
I'm actually curious. Yeah,
Are you going alone, or are you bringing the whole ass party with you? minus Rev, of course.
Oh, I don't know.
You can slip away on your own if you want. If you want to, it's up to you.
I think after what happened last night, she might just go by herself, just in case.
Okay.
She loves her friends, but her friends have very short fuses sometimes.
Okay, you.
Oh, but I ruffle Hikaru's hair before I leave. I don't even know if this fucker remembers me or not. But...
Oh, he remembers you. His little ears, his little ears kind of like, they flatten only because you're petting his hair. And he's like, haha, Dayu, you're so funny. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go look for your brother.
Can I come? Or do I have to stay here?
You can come if you want to, but I think I'm gonna attempt to go see the lady you don't like.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to see her. She's mean.
You want to paint while I'm gone?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll just leave some of the paints, and I'm pretty sure you can find paper, but like I have the cool paints. I have the good paints.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, like I got the Crayola set. You know, I got that.
Oh yeah. He immediately jumps into crafts time and he's thrilled. So you depart from the state and walk past Sin, who's possibly still in the front yard, I don't know, to go in search of your man. Do you say anything if you Sin, are you still waiting in the yard?
Yeah, I think he's been like examining this like this wooden short sword and asking Nikita if like she had like any like fake weapons growing up.
Oh, yes.
Yep, you did have practice swords growing up.
Yes.
Small or...
My father would not have given me something sharp, especially with how I used to be.
Yep.
Does that mean that you would stab random people or that you would hurt yourself?
Yes.
I love this. And like Sin is just absorbed with asking Nikita questions.
So, Dayu, you're able to slip past all the hubbub.
Oh yeah.
I would say pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. I think I'll make sure I put the tea box near the entryway of the house. That way I'm not just walking around with a tea box.
Okay. So I would say, what are you doing to track him down?
So I've known him for like our entire lives.
Yep.
Life. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I would know how he moves.
Yes.
If he's I don't know, discreetly running or some dumb shit. And I'm more of a hearing perceptive. So the minute I kind of like hear someone talking about the Lord or his voice, or hell, even maybe an elder's voice, I might pay more attention to that direction.
Okay.
I could also just ask some ghosts if all else fails.
You can. There are plenty of ghosts around here. I'll say you don't even need to do that. Honing in on the sound of his voice, it does not take long for you to there's little shrines all throughout the village, and some are like large enough, like shed size, like pretty big, the kind that you can like stand under and leave offerings and candles and things like that. So it's pretty tall, one small shrine, and you can hear hushed conversation. And one of the people speaking is Kazuhiko. Do you try to sneak up? Because you are on the opposite side of the building from where they are.
I think I go in quietly.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm not going in to not be seen.
Right.
I'm going in quietly,
Okay.
realistically. So people who are doing their jobs at the shrine can just ignore me unless I'm compelling or whatever.
Right.
But that's the vibe.
As you kind of walk up, you realize there's really no, like, attendance here at the moment. But you do hear Kazuhiko say, listen, this was never going to work anyway, so I don't... listen. I am leaving probably tonight or tomorrow, and I just wanted to at least do you the courtesy of letting you know that before I go. So, that's really all I have to say about it. And there's like a long pause. And you hear, is it true then? Did she come back from the dead? And you hear him like snort kind of like derisively, like he's annoyed at this question. And he says, you know that's just fucking gossip. I'm not going to entertain this conversation. Do not contact me or my family again. And you hear him pivot. You can hear like his boots grinding into the gravel as he pivots and walks out and around and almost directly into you.
Like an actual fucking ghost. I just appeared.
Yep. And he, like, eyes wide, because he wasn't expecting to see anybody here, let alone you. Dayu.
Hello.
Hi. Did you get
What?
the things you needed at the store?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Excellent.
You wanna go?
Please.
Okay. I go take his hand and we go.
Yeah, no, you get arm around the waist this time.
That's dope with me.
Do you look back at all? Or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
You see rounding the corner a very beautiful, very prim and proper looking fox shifter woman who's got white fur, white hair, white ears, white tail. More than one tail, actually. You're not sure how many, though.
Damn. I look.
You presume that is Natsuko.
Mm-hmm. I look. I nod. I wait till we're like outside and be like, "Oh, she's pretty."
Trust me when I say the personality does not match the outside.
No, that's fine. These elders only know one thing, it's how to pick them.
Oh, they picked you, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
They got
I'm
one.
hot.
They got one thing right.
Not really, actually, when you think about it. They could. You could. Actually, no. They did pick the one with this actual silver hair, and then that didn't happen. So actually, they couldn't pick it.
Good point. I always forget about that. It just, we were so young when it happened. I didn't even really... I don't think you even told me about the switch until much later.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as far as I was concerned, it was always you.
I mean, yeah, like...
Never expected Maylin. It was always, die you this, die you that.
That's not like not like.
In the best possible way I could possibly mean the phrase.
No. It's not that. It's just I'm trying to think of actually how long that lasted. And I want to say 3 minutes. So you really didn't have a need to know.
Fair enough. I was... Actually, you heard all that, didn't you?
I heard some of it. I don't know how long you've been in there. And I've only been there for like 2 minutes, maybe?
Yes, I was informing her that I was leaving. And she did not take it well, but I don't really care.
I think she's gonna snitch.
She knows better than to do that.
She looked really powerful, so I don't think that really matters.
If she doesn't want her entire family to be shamed for how she has acted, she will keep her mouth shut. I have the upper hand here.
You sure you don't want like a really big not explosive, oh no, but like big exclamation mark kidnapping? Because like we can do it. It'd be kind of funny.
You want to stage my kidnapping?
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer that they believe I left of my own accord, but maybe we can play that game another time. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna say any of the shit that I want to say.
Sin can beat him up and put him in a bag.
That's TSA.
I have died. Yeah. He just kind of grins a little bit deviously at you. I would prefer that they think I left of my own accord because of their own actions. Or however my mother wants to spin my leaving, I will leave it to her.
You should campaign for your mom one day. Make posters.
I would agree with that statement, but I think she is more than capable of doing it all herself. I don't think she needs a campaign. The people love her. You know this. I would agree. She would do a damn good job of running this place. More than she already does.
Also, Sin, I think, wants to beat you up. But, like, in a fun way. Kinda gay.
I guess he didn't get enough of a taste of victory yesterday.
He's been bragging about it.
Oh, that's adorable.
All day.
Very
Even
cute.
Hikaru knows.
Oh, I'm never going to hear the end of that. I suppose I shall have to redeem myself.
So, like, you totally have to fight.
Is this just an excuse to see me shirtless, Dayu?
Yeah.
Excellent. I'll take it. He guides you back. He guides you back to the manor where everybody is at this point. He says that to you like right before you get within earshot of everybody else, and is just grinning like a fucking bastard.
And I go, hello, bastards.
Hello, bastards.
I think you find like Sin just I think he'd be like I think he'd be showing Aurora some like defensive like stances if Aurora allows it. Not having Aurora have to do the stances, but just being like, all right, and so like, you know, you just want to put, you know.
I will say she is standing nearby. and observing, but the look on her face clearly says, this is never going to sink in.
No,
So it's kind of like technically she's attended the class, but has any information been retained? Not certain.
As you both approach Dayu and Kazuhiko, he just kind of like cracks his knuckles like he's getting warmed up. So I heard somebody wants to fight, is that right?
Sin goes from like little teacher mode to absolute shit-eating grin, and he's like, oh, someone seems eager.
I've got to redeem myself from yesterday.
Or I take double. And Sin sort of like, Sin does like a motion that like whips the rapier into the dirt, and like while it's still standing, and he's just like, bare knuckle?
We could do that. Unless you prefer to use swords. Of course, that didn't work out so well last time somebody challenged me to a sword fight. He says he's gloating a little bit.
she's gonna lock eyes with Sin.
Like, beat him.
Yeah, like, just, she has a very intense look in her eyes. You've seen it before.
I think Sin looks like a little bit like shy when you do that, and he's just like, and suddenly he's like sort of like squaring up a little more, and he's just like, yeah, because he's very like, oh, okay. I think he sheds his like outer shirt and everything, and he's just like, I'm assuming this is gonna be a show for the rest of these lovely people.
Good, because I was gonna say Aurora cheers a little when you take off your shirt.
Yeah, Kazu like shrugs off his robe and his undershirt. And kind of, he doesn't have his weapons on him anyway, because he's home. But he just kind of like, you know, does the same thing as you. Gets ready. Are we doing closed fist, open palm? What's your preference?
I think the first to score like 3 good hits on someone.
Fair enough.
Oh, it doesn't take too long. And I say, you know, thing above the waist.
Okay. So, closed fist then.
Yeah.
Excellent. And we're gonna hop into some battle.
While this is happening, I go over, grab the tea box that I left on the side. I'll just give it to Nikita, so that way we don't forget.
So we're gonna do a little contest, best out of 3. These are likely going to be strength or athletics checks, which both of you are very proficient in, so it should be pretty evenly matched. We'll probably call them all strength athletics checks unless you decide to do some crazy ninja shit. So you are in the front yard of the Red Fang home, surrounded by your friends. I actually think Hikaru comes out to watch this, and so does Lady Red Fang. And she is just sitting in the shade and looking very amused at what is about to happen. Did you, I guess I'll ask you this. Did you agree to no magic?
I think Sin has the expectation of no magic.
Okay, that's fine.
But I don't know if he said that out loud.
That's fine. So, athletics checks. Let's roll them.
Yeah. I think the reason that Sin is going to go straight athletics.
That is very good. That's a 19 plus 6.
I rolled the same thing.
Oh shit! Oh shit! So it's a draw. He You go in for the swing, he dodges it, he goes back at you, you dodge it, nobody lands a hit.
Yeah, I think Sin showed off his like acrobatics
Yeah.
with Nikita, and I think this is him showing Kazuhiko, oh, I'm not a one-trick pony.
Mm. Okay, second roll.
Let's go, baby, let's go. It's 16 plus 6, 22.
Okay, yeah, you got him beat on the second one. He got a total of 17 on his, so you land a good hit in.
Yeah, I think it's a little Sin started serious, but as soon as he realized how like close this was going to be, he got a little playful. I think it's very much like a skim over like Kazuhiko's like middle, and then like a hit like to the back of his shoulder.
Okay.
Like almost like he's dancing around Kazuhiko.
Okay. All right, next round. That is a nat 20 plus 6. 26.
Yeah, no, that's a 13. So.
Yep. So when you land the hit in, he gets like a more like he's still like having fun, but he like very swiftly like fancy footwork like out of the way as you're trying to like, you know, get around to punch from behind him. And he kind of like wheels around and gets you in like the arm or something. He's not aiming for your face right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets a pretty solid hit in on you. So now you guys are tied 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Next one takes it all.
The winner takes it all.
Oof. I'm gonna use an inspo. That's not much better.
I'm gonna keep my 18 plus 6 then.
Yeah, nope. He only got a 12. Yeah, so you land another hit. Was it first to 3 or best out of 3?
I think I said first to 3.
Okay, so we'll do one more.
All right. Oh, that's only
It's
a 10. That's
another
16.
fucking nat 20 plus 6, 26. All right. So he lands another hit on you. You guys are tied. This is the last one. This is the one to take the cake. I'm going to use a different die this time.
I only have one die at my desk right now. No, I'm using my inspiration that I got before game.
Okay.
Nat 20!
Okay, there you go. Yep, you beat him. You beat him by a little bit. So you get... Sin, you have a luck die as well now.
Oh, amazing.
But you beat him this time. You managed to... Both of you move so quickly. Like, you're both very dexterous people as well. So, honestly, the fight doesn't even last that long. You know, very quick footwork, almost, like, difficult to look at kind of speed between the two of you. And Sin takes the win.
Yeah, I think the last hit is like Sin like capitalizing on an opening to his stomach and just like following through and then catching Kazuhiko in like a hug, and he's like, "Gotcha."
Oh, you are a worthy opponent. Both of you are truly. He looks over at Nikita. Not to say that you're not, because you almost kicked my ass last time.
I did.
He's just laughing. He's having a good time.
And Sin sort of like joking around, like, and sort of like patting him on his back, and he's like, "You know, my last name is actually Fangbreaker."
He gets a really good like belly laugh in at that, and he says, "Well, apparently, we have ourselves a rivalry, don't we?"
The most charming of rivalries.
The
Is
most gentlemanly of rivalries, one could even say.
I think you have me beat on a gentleman front, but I'll try for you. and he does a little mocking, not like mocking to Kazuhiko, but he does like a
Well,
mock
like a
bow,
teasing. Yeah.
yeah, like a to to Hikaru and to Lady Red Fang, and then to the rest of the group.
Lady Suzume is clapping, and she says, "Put him in his place. Very good." He needs to be reminded he's not top dog all of the time. And he's just like, "Mother, since when am I? He just like turns a little bit red, and she's just grinning. Yeah, you can tell he does not get his seriousness from his mother at all. She is a mischievous one. But yeah, you guys have your good fight. And that is I think this is a good place to leave off for the night where we're at. So let's hop into confessionals. Alrighty, we're gonna start with not Revelation because they are not here. Nikita.
I am so glad that Sin kicked his ass. I could have kissed him on the spot. It's oh my god. He pissed me off at dinner. I know that that's Dayu's fiance. I understand I can't try to fight him or kill him. I understand that. Did not like how he talked to Aurora. Also, those pants look amazing on her. And that's it.
Okay. On to Sinark.
I beat a lord. I beat a lord.
Twice.
Me twice. And oh wow, he hit hard. I know I don't want to fight him in real life. Jesus Christ, my arm is gonna bruise. But like, I can't let anyone else know that. Like, no one. Fur is so great. But I think he takes out a journal and he's like, today I beat the young lord of the Fox Den in a bare knuckle boxing match. And I think but then like he gets this like look that comes across his face, and then he's just like a little bit like he almost makes space to like write a little bit more, and he writes down, kindness is stronger than any malice to change and to inspire change in others. I need you to remember this, because becoming unkind in my absence would be the only thing that would dishearten me in coming home.
All right. On to Aurora.
He is so infuriating. Like, if Daya wasn't so like nice and helpful and cuddly and like promised to help me with magic, I would have really gone off. Who does he think he is? Like my sister? She promised that she would be the one to show me how to survive out here. That she would go with me and teach me how to walk around in the wilds, and we'd see the mountains and the bay, and I was never strong enough to go with her. And I don't know if I'm gonna be strong enough to find her. If I can't even walk through a bog. That's Aurora.
Everybody get out your tissues. Dayu.
Second, wait, one second. I can't follow that just yet. One second, I need a fucking drink. And by drink, I mean water. I just need water for like a hot second. Cause that's, no, you understand. That's the lore. That's the deep lore I wanted. Mm-hmm.
We are nourished on this day.
Okay. All right, I got it. You got revenge after that fucking letter, but the joke, like, the difference between yours and mine is that I'm usually at the fucking end, so I can get you all in your sleep. Is different. Okay. Shit. Okay.
So, I'm not exactly like the most confident person. Which is not to say I don't have confidence. I have confidence. It's just I don't know how to fucking use it. But now I'm feeling pretty fucking confident. Actually, really didn't like her. She looks so likable. I don't even remember her name right now. I don't know. I don't know what I was. So. Thank you, God. I don't know what I was so worried about anymore. I don't know. It's kind of nice. Oh no, this is gonna get into my head, and I can't let anything get into my. He looks so good with his shirt off. Oh no! That's it.
I love it. I love it so much.
Try to fix this fucking broken ass stand.
On that note, let's find somebody to raid. Thank you all for being here. We will be live again on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Dungeons and Dinglings. If you are not already in the Discord, what are you doing? Come join the Fish Cult. And we're pretty active in there, and yeah, it's a good time. So definitely check it out. We are going to let's raid Scarlet.
And we're back next week.
Yep, we are back next week. With everybody, I think, right? Everybody next week? Yeah.
Most likely.
So we are gonna go raid Scarlet64. She's a friend of mine. Great streamer, great DM. So please join us in this raid, and we'll go say hi to everybody over there. Alrighty, looks like we are ready to go. We will see you guys on Friday and also next week. Bye, everyone.